All right, switch your sides here. Or did you want to see the baseball game? Do you want to do the live stream, or do you want to watch the baseball game instead?
I want to watch baseball. Why do I want to watch baseball?
Because the Dodgers can go up 3-1, or the Rays can make it to 2-2 series tie.
I don't care. Really, really don't care.
You will.
I won't. I can guarantee you, I will not care.
You will.
I really won't.
Mookie
Hello.
Betts. Mookie Betts. And Mookie Betts MVP. Right?
What?
Do you think Mookie Betts or Walker Buehler should be the MVP? You're more of a Buehler fan, aren't you?
That's all I think of.
Well,
Buehler.
He's a good pitcher, so that's why you think of that.
I didn't even know he was a pitcher. So.
Yeah. He had 10 strikeouts last night. It was fantastic. You would have known if you had stopped cheering so loud for so long last night.
Shannon Yvonne liked and subscribed when she agreed to marry you. I subscribed before I met him.
I made a comment in the video I did this morning on how sometimes I may do my closing. I may do my closing as like a subconscious thing.
Brush my hair.
So I may do. Just don't forget to hit like and subscribe while I'm in conversation with people because I'm so used to ending conversations that way.
This is the only conversation you have.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
If you're browsing your way through.
Yeah.
Why go after
Harluck
when Levo was available?
I guess Harluck suited their needs more. I mean, they're similar level of player. I like Jace Harluck. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. Before Levo came to Vancouver from Toronto, he was a pretty good utility player. I think Harluck has that same potential with Vancouver. I guess they like Harluck better.
You grossly underestimated Brett in your RFAs video. He'll get approximately $3.5 million, not $700,000.
I didn't say he was going to get $700,000.
You grossly underestimated
All
him.
I did in that video was I said, okay, let's just pretend that these guys are all going to lowball their numbers. And this is what they're going to get. Then this is where teams are at with their salary cap. And I just said New Jersey didn't have any problems. New Jersey could pay him $8 million. They wouldn't have a problem for years.
Did you see Dallas might get new jerseys on Wednesday?
Everybody's going to get new jerseys this year. So at some point I'll do a video talking about them. I just keep following Aesthetics. Aesthetics is on top of it. So Aesthetics to me is kind of the unofficially official source that I follow. Between them and Ben H Sports, I get a good idea of what's coming. I knew Dallas had a new jersey that was coming in February, but I don't think they're not going to change their primaries.
Am I sick? What are you trying to say?
No.
Is that an insult? It's like, wow, you look really tired today.
Yeah, you just have this sort of washed out look to you.
Thanks.
She's preggers. We're just not telling anybody. So don't tell anybody.
No.
Keep that to yourselves, internet.
Yeah, don't start that.
She's preggers.
No. Not possible.
Oh, it's possible.
Shannon did get a haircut since this morning.
Yes.
I'm high on what? Cheese and tea? That's right. I'm high on life.
On life. Don't tell anybody.
You guys don't understand what we do in our spare time.
Don't tell anybody that I updated the power rankings either. I was thinking about doing a power rankings video this afternoon, and then I thought, wait a minute, I'm doing a live stream. I don't want people complaining to me all the way through the live stream about my power rankings. I'll do the power rankings after the live stream.
Mm-hmm. Shannon, what's your favorite knitting cast-on technique? Yeah, what is your favorite knitting cast-on? There's a lot to choose from.
I'm a big fan of the underhook overloop.
There's no hook in knitting, so
there is though.
That's not a thing.
There is though.
There's
this underhook. Okay, so while you're knitting,
there's no hook.
Okay, you need to understand how knitting works.
Oh, I do.
So you've got the needles, but then you have the hooks because something has to hold the needles in place.
No.
So the hook goes underneath while you're knitting. Hook. So you knit like this.
No, you don't.
And as you're knitting like this, it all goes straight down. It goes straight down. It's one of those knitting things where instead of going side to side, you're going straight down. You're knitting in a downwards motion. That's my favorite.
He clearly has no idea what he's talking about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Some fool is setting off fireworks outside. Maybe they're celebrating Diwali.
Halloween.
Well, we get a lot of fireworks here now. Well, a lot.
You used to get firecrackers all the time in Silverback because Halloween.
Diwali.
And
It's
Halloween.
because Diwali, not Halloween.
But they're way more accessible during Halloween season.
Right, because of Diwali.
No, because the native reserves in Chilliwack, they have them.
For Diwali.
No,
That's why people buy them.
Not on the native reserve. Those were all for Halloween.
Because people buy them. So the only time we have fireworks here is for Diwali and Halloween.
Back in the 80s, that had nothing to do with it.
But now, it's even bigger.
Now it's just
So it's like the week of Halloween.
No, it always was. I used to hate it. Because I'd right around first week of October, it's like, oh crap. And it's just a bunch of noise. I was an old man as a teenager, so.
Yeah. Rammstein or Metallica?
Rammstein, not even close. Rammstein, they're German and they spew fire. So,
Rammstein, because fire.
Fire. Their concerts are just absolutely amazing. So I've seen them live twice. So they're absolutely
I've seen them
fantastic.
0.
I know you will next year.
I was supposed to.
September. We'll see them next September. We've now seen a Billie Eilish
what
concert.
Am I having today? Right now I'm having cheese. And I just brewed me new tea. I have it. I'm not still steeping. It's
steeping means it's
crap.
Climbing. So
No.
steep is like it means
what kind
that
did I
it's
make?
vodka. It's
it's a fun Halloween tea.
Vodka
I forget
makes
what
it
it's
fun.
called, but it's a chai. Yeah, it's a kind of chai. Who's Billie Irish?
What? That's
I
not
don't
a
know.
thing. Billie
I don't know
Eilish.
who Billie Irish is.
Billie Eilish.
Why
is
don't
awesome.
you use a close up of Bear for thumbnails?
I don't know if she'd like to be that close to the camera.
Probably touch the computer.
I've got scratches all over my chest from Bear over the last few days because she startles very easily. I don't want to have her that close to my chest and startle her.
How many touchdowns will Mookie Betts of the Islanders pitch tonight?
At least.
See how many sports we can get in one sentence.
Well, it depends. How many overs is there? There's
What
15
cheese is
overs
it?
tonight. So
Where
if they
did
get
it go?
enough in the third over, right?
It's
How many ends is there? 8?
It's called Applewood.
There's 13 overs. It's 8 ends.
Applewood. It's really good. I like it. Comes into the little individually sized.
I like how
cheese.
Tampa trolled me last night. They weren't announcing their pitcher until I had just posted my video on the review last night, and then they announced the pitcher to make me look bad.
Right, that's why they did it.
That's exactly why they did it. They're trying to stop the Entertainment Guy channel from making its climb. That's what they're trying to do.
There's always Panther fans in the chat.
Yes.
Always, always. Does Victor Met play in the NHL next season?
Oh, Mete's playing. Yes. I like Victor Mete a lot. I think he's had some poor puck luck, but he's a good defensive defenseman. And if Montreal decided they didn't have room for him on the blue line, I think there'd be teams that would take him.
Is there a Kings video coming soon?
Well, I'm going through different teams.
My hands are way too cold.
Your hands are way too cold?
Yes, see?
Nope.
I was going to warm them on my arms, but they're too cold to make my arms really cold.
Let's see.
Could you just put that like right here? That'd be great. That doesn't look safe at all.
It's fine.
It looks very precariously balanced.
It's fine. It's not going to set a fire because this is all metal.
Okay.
So it's all good.
I do need fingerless gloves. I know I prefer mittens. So I have a bunch of mittens, like the really big lined
It
poofy
decided
ones.
that's not safe either.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't have the bottom sensor on. But it makes it so I can't do anything.
All right. Well,
So it's tricky.
there you go. Now your feet are going to be nice and warm.
Hey. That's not what that's for.
It is, though, because every time I pick one up, I smack you with it. See?
Hey, now. Does the next winner of the Stanley Cup get an asterisk because of the shortened season?
The Hawks didn't in
No.
2013. New Jersey didn't in 1995. Nope. There was no asterisk for Tampa. Everybody talked about it, but when Tampa won the Cup, I didn't see anybody complaining about it other than a few salty fans here and there. They were legit champs. Whoever wins the Cup, you win it legit.
Why are the cats so chunk? Most of them aren't. Bear is
certainly
definitely
isn't.
not chunky.
No.
She's
Shadow's
she's
just
tiny.
solid.
Lily Bell she is most definitely our chunky cat, and that happened right after she got fixed.
Lily Bell and Pixel both blew up after they got fixed.
Yeah, Pixel's not super big. They're both really, really petite cats. But Lily Bell's a little ball of cat, and it's just one of those things. She doesn't eat a ton or anything like that, but you should do a video on prospect pools.
I mean, I'm gonna do different videos on prospects as we go through the off season. I'm gonna start doing the 2021 draft as notes start coming in on the 2021 draft, so there'll be videos of that nature.
Why would people stop asking questions about the cats? People have important things that they need to know.
There's a reason the cats are in the background of every video.
These are the important
At one point in time, I didn't have the cats in the background, and people went nuts. Yeah. So I had to make sure the cats were in the background again. If
you would have another cat, what would you name it?
Come here.
Waffles.
Depends on what kind of kitty it is.
That's true. You kind of have to.
How can anybody say this
kitty.
Cat's chunky? Look how skinny she is.
She's very skinny.
She's a skinny little kitty.
Yeah, she's a skinny kitty, aren't you?
It
would depend on the kitty, but I think Waffles would be a great kitty name. And if Waffles had a sibling, it would be Pancakes.
Waffles and Pancakes.
Yes, so then you could have Waffles and Pancakes.
Hi.
It would be great.
I know kisses. Good girl.
We all know the cats are the stars. Hi, sweetie. I know there's a camera, and so you don't behave like you normally do.
Hi. Hello.
What is the best topping, and why is it pineapple? Adelaide, our daughter's favorite, is pineapple.
I don't mind pineapple. I mean, if people want to say there shouldn't be fruit on a pizza, my answer is, what's Tomatoes. The sauce made of? I can eat.
Crepes isn't as good of a kitty name.
No.
Crepes are delicious. Not as good.
I've seen crepes as a name for a cat, though.
Yeah, I also think Skittles would be a cute name. All the kitty food names. You're making me hungry. I think it would be fun. My cat is named Taco. That's great.
What was the name of that one rescue cat that we wanted her to keep the name? Jalapeno?
Oh yeah, Jalapeno.
Jalapeno, and she changed the name of it.
I don't remember what she calls it now.
I still call it Jalapeno. Name, but Jalapeno is a fantastic name for a kitty.
Yeah, one of my friends who they would rescue the kitties and foster them until they got old enough, but they had to stop because they ended up with too many cats. That would be the problem, wouldn't it? You can have pineapple on pizza, just not in Italy.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of dishes that aren't the same in North America as they are with where they come from. Most Chinese food isn't anything like it actually is in China.
My sister-in-law's dog is called Skittles. It's a great name.
That's a fantastic name.
Opinion on dogs. They're adorable.
Dogs
and
are really
cute,
funny.
And yes.
Kristen Bell was trying to give this very serious live stream on Instagram yesterday on how to vote and where to vote and what to do if you don't have your vote. If you want to know where your vote's going, like how you can track it and all this. And her dog decided to ruin all that. Like, I need attention. I need it now. She has a little white fur dog. And it was knocking the camera over. It was biting her face. Like, just a little chew. And chewing on her arm. Hey. Like, hey, hi, hello, hi. And it was great because she's trying to have this nice, serious how to vote. And here's a dog bouncing around. How are you doing?
Dogs are great. But we have 4 cats and a rabbit, 3 kids. And I don't have time for a dog.
Wow. Home run by Turner.
Why do you think Vegas choked against the Sharks?
I think they got a little too complacent. I think they got a little too confident. I think there was too much confidence with them, and I think they got kind of lazy. And then in Game 7, it was a complete meltdown.
Is Canada's election going on right now? No.
No, BC election.
BC provincial election.
And I had nothing less than, I think, every commercial break, there's at least 3 ads. Oh, there won't be today because today's election day.
Right.
So the results are coming in tonight.
Our election is next year.
Maybe.
Right. Ours.
There's like a 1-year window. They don't have to have it every 4 years.
Canadian elections are not the same as American elections. It's quite different.
They almost forced an election, but they came to an agreement not to force an election this year.
Did you say you didn't like dogs? Of course not. What kind of weirdo doesn't like dogs? He loved dogs. There was such a pretty dog at the park today. It was a cute brindle dog. It was adorable. What are your thoughts on Alex Pietrangelo signing?
Well, I mean, it's a good signing, and for Pietrangelo, he gets this money. I do wonder about Vegas going forward, how they're going to be able to add to that team year after year. They have everybody that they apparently wanted. It's going to be hard to pay some guys when their contracts are up, and so I'm going to be interested to see how their team is structured, say 2 years down the road. But for right now, the Pietrangelo signing was good.
Do we have jerseys for the Cats? The Cats would hate that. Imagine putting a jersey on Shadow. Your arms would be shredded. No.
Okay, so the Dodgers.
Oh, my mom's on here. Hi, Mom. She hasn't been in a live stream in forever.
You know why? Because I'm watching baseball. So that's why she's wondering what the hell's going on. I heard my son-in-law's watching baseball.
Baseball.
What's going on there? All right. 1-0 after half an inning.
Panthers jersey for the Kitties. They would hate that.
Yeah. Especially Bear. She's supposed to be a Ducks fan. That was always the rumor early on with the channel.
1812 isn't as funny if Shannon has to talk about it all the time. Any joke gets old if it becomes too outplayed.
Right.
I know.
Right. That's why Seinfeld wasn't funny after all the years on TV.
No.
Running joke.
That sentence was way longer than necessary. That's why Seinfeld wasn't funny.
And Big Bang Theory, a lot of the running jokes became not funny.
Yes.
After a while.
Then
you're like, all right.
Became jerks.
We get it.
No, Seinfeld wasn't funny. No.
Well, Howard was just a creep.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was, but you can add a laugh track so it's not creepy. Like Ross on Friends. Oh, just add a laugh track.
Yvonne hates 1812. Confirmed. I have a dog now. She's been talking about getting a dog for like ever. Would you haven't sent me pictures.
Did she name it Cornflakes? Cornflakes is a good name for a dog.
Why don't I have pictures of said dog? What?
Pog. Pog's a good name for a dog. Pog the dog.
His name is Duke of Windsor. That's the name that she would name it. Yeah.
Winnie.
Why don't I have pictures of this dog?
Because it's not a real dog.
She's been wanting to get a dog forever.
It's been a long year. She's making up a dog.
Just got him yesterday. So there's been a whole day this past, and I still don't have pictures of this dog.
Oh, I'm backing out of that.
See, Shannon's thinking you have an imaginary dog. Seinfeld isn't funny. Full on agreement there. Yeah, it's really not.
There's a lot of shows that if you take the laugh track away, they're just insane. Friends is the best one. Look up on YouTube, Friends, no laugh track. The show completely changes when you take the laugh track away.
I'm trolling the chat. How am I trolling the chat?
Why are you trolling the chat?
Skills. I don't know what that means. But,
Skills is a good name for a dog too.
I have a calico cat named Cupcake. That's great. We need all the pictures of these cats and dogs. I mean, we do get quite a few messages most days, people sending us pictures of their cats and dogs, and they're great. And I share every single one of those pictures with Shannon. It's great.
If you get up on your tiptoes, look at Bear. There's a leaf right by the window.
Where? Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a leaf. So it's really windy today, and there's trees around here that are losing their leaves. And Bear's been losing her mind. So I've been leaving the blinds down for video time. I have them up a little bit because it is hilarious when a leaf goes by the window and she runs from one end of the windowsill all the way to the other. And sometimes she smacks her head into the wall because she's going so fast.
Kitties are special.
She's fantastic.
What Habs need to be top contender? I think Bergevin did decent move for now.
Bergevin did well. Honestly, they're going to be looking forward to Caulfield comes in next year. Just further development. I think if their young forwards continue their progression like Suzuki and Kotkaniemi, and if Bergevin keeps the right guys around him, next year I think they'll be in contention. This year I think they build up a little bit, and next year they could be contenders. I'm
not watching the Rays game. It's baseball. Boo.
But
Big Bang was amazingly stupid.
It
was funny for the first little bit, and then they just all turned into complete jerks.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
bad and uncomfortable.
borderline unwatchable. And you could watch how many times that in the writer's room, you could tell they're like, okay, we've got to have Penny in her underwear or something because this episode's just awful.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Penny's in a bikini for no reason. Got it. All right, cool. And we're done here, right? All right. That's it for tonight's episode. That'll be a winner.
Do you watch soccer?
Yes. But with my schedule and with when I'm doing the videos and with, baseball now, soccer's usually on at a time where I'm not able to watch it. So it all depends on how I fit it in the schedule. Baseball works because it's the same time I would normally be watching hockey this time of year. This is because there's no hockey. This is the mental illness that takes over. Then I'm reviewing baseball games.
You can tell desperate times call for desperate mothers.
But Urias is pitching well already. So that's important, right? And you said Urias wasn't very good.
Okay, hold on. I need to see
Is it a frou-frou dog?
The dog. She wouldn't get a big dog. Oh my goodness.
That is a frou-frou dog.
Mom, can I show everybody the picture of your dog? Can I share it?
It's a frou-frou dog.
Okay, I'm going to show the picture of the dog. It has purple hair. I don't know if you can see the color. There's a puppy. Isn't he cute? That's a cute puppy. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's so great.
That's a cute dog.
That's so fun, Mom.
With the little flower in its hair.
Yeah, is it a boy or it's a boy? Okay, I was gonna say I can't make little dog dresses for a boy then. Well, I could, I guess.
It's not like the dog's gonna know.
That's a cute puppy.
See, you should put that in a little baseball jersey.
There we go. Here's another picture of the cute puppy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, people send us pictures of their cats and their dogs all the time. It's great. So
that's
thank
right
you
up the middle.
For all of the critter pictures that everybody.
The Rays got a hit.
Used human hair dye on the dog. Oh my gosh! Don't do that.
But then it'll stay longer.
No, you can use Kool-Aid on dog fur. Works great. That's a cute dog.
I don't know.
How do all of the teams over the cap come under it?
Through long-term injured reserve or waiving players. You get a certain amount of salary cap relief for waiving a guy to the minor leagues. They're going to figure it out. Or they will be able to make deals with teams that are under the cap, but they're going to have to pay a premium to do that. The NHL, it's going to be interesting to see how many teams are above the cap when we get to next season, whenever that is.
Kool-Aid doesn't attract ants until you put sugar in it. It doesn't come with sugar in it. But you can dye people hair and dog fur with it. Because
Kool-Aid's really funny.
Food coloring works.
Because you get the package of Kool-Aid and it's this little bit of Kool-Aid. And then there's like, okay, now add 8 pounds of sugar and then 3 cups of water. And you're like, holy crap, this is a lot of sugar.
Has Brendan Lemieux signed yet?
Not yet. They're waiting on him. There's a few guys for the Rangers that are still out there.
Did you watch Manitoba Moose versus the Marlins in the playoffs in 2008?
No.
There's a gritty jersey?
I haven't seen one.
What? I've never seen a gritty jersey.
That's news to me. I haven't seen one.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I haven't seen it. Could be one of those.
I have some really fun gritty fabric Dave sent me.
Could be like one of those San Jose ones I have that they just left for the game.
That I want to make everybody a jacket with this gritty fleece. It's so fun. There's huge gritties on it. It's great. How long will the Red Wings keep the head coach Jeff Blaschel?
At least for this season. I mean, unless it's an absolute disaster of a season and Yzerman figures he can make some sort of an upgrade. It seems like Blaschel should be able to stay through this season, and then next year we'll see what happens.
Does every team have a mascot?
Not the Rangers. The Rangers are the only team that does not have a mascot. And I have plenty of ideas for what they could do for a mascot. But Yvonne knows what those ideas are, and she's sworn me to not talk about them anymore.
Because I will never hear the end of it. So everybody liked Oily the oil can so much.
No, Oily the oil cans for the Oilers. But
I know. I'm just saying.
For the Rangers, it's a guy in a Statue of Liberty dress. and he should be smoking, and he should be yelling at people.
Yelling at him.
And then just sitting down wherever. Some guy gets up to go get a beer. He sits down, sits with the guy's wife, starts lipping him off. And when the guy comes back, he's like, what? You left your seat, you lose. All right, you snooze, you lose. And then I think it would work. I think it would be great.
Nona and I say that Shannon looks his best clean shaven like he is now. It makes you look taller. Seriously, though, Shannon, you look great. I know. Look at how cute he is. And he's so warm.
They can't tell that through a webcam.
That you're warm?
Yeah.
I'll give commentary. He's nice and warm.
Okay.
It's nice. You guys should feel him. It's nice.
No. Can you not throw? You're talking about stuff that I say that can end up in the chat, and you're saying people should feel me.
They wish. But
dear Lord, more
you guys
instant replay. He's safe.
Shut up. Can Columbus win with their defense and goaltending?
The goaltending and defense, yes. The question is, will they score enough goals to get wins? Rosarena is safe. I don't know what they're doing all this for.
Can I give him a big cheek kiss for Christmas? Of course. Yes.
What are you doing?
Yes. Can you do a Dasic NHL career video if you haven't? Also, does Detroit sign anyone after they re-sign Mantha and Bertuzzi?
I don't think there's a lot of appetite for making more upgrades. I think the amount of cap space they have, I think it's important to have that. As the season goes along, or even as the season's getting ready to start, you can use that to get another first-round draft pick from a team that's desperate to shed cap. I thought I did a video on Datsuk's career. The thing is, he's not retired either. He's in the KHL, so I can, but he is still working his wizardry in the KHL. If you haven't seen the highlights from this year, he's playing really well.
Do you watch UFC?
No.
Which one's UFC?
UFC's Ultimate Fighting.
Oh, I don't like that one.
UFC, see, the thing is,
No.
I watch WWE every now and then, and AEW every now and then, but I had to make a choice between UFC and wrestling because I couldn't watch both. Because UFC, when you watch a wrestling match, you're like, nah, and you can't get into it. So for me, I had to make a decision, and I chose wrestling.
Do Canadians get a free taco when they, I'm guessing, steal base during the World Series?
No.
Where has tacos?
They're talking about
taco place?
Taco Bell. Taco Bell does a free promotion in the States.
Would want those.
You get a free taco
tacos
for every stolen base. I guess they called a Rosarena out there. He must have got tagged before he hit the base. I thought he was safe.
Tacos are great. Those don't count.
But they've got instant replays now on all the stolen bases. It's great. It makes the game take longer.
Forever.
Do you know? I thought of you the other night. I was watching a baseball game. So they change pitchers. When you change pitchers, they go to commercial. They come back.
They change pictures.
They come back.
Times.
They come back as the pitcher's coming in. Then the other team switches hitters.
Oh my god!
So the first team goes, fine, we'll bring in a different pitcher. So they brought in another pitcher before the other guy had thrown a pitch. And they're like, well, we're going back to commercial. I was like, holy crap. If Yvonne was down here, she'd be like, see, this is the problem with baseball. See?
Game is already so long. Do you like baseball?
4 hours. I don't mind baseball, but they do need to find a way to make the game a little shorter. We're almost a half an hour in and it's 1 inning. It takes too long. It takes entirely too long, and it can be slow at times. We had a half an inning that took half an hour the other night. That's too long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
McDonald's or Tim Hortons? Depends on what you're buying.
McDonald's for food, Tim Hortons for drinks.
Tim Hortons has almond milk now, and that's really exciting.
Almost as exciting as her watching the Leaves. She is so happy.
Pretty happy about that. Hi, Shannon. Would you do a Ray Ferraro video if you have not already, as his transition from player to color commentator is incredible?
Yep. There's a lot of potential career videos in the offing if we have 365 days of no hockey. So if we don't have hockey for another year, I have lots of time to do career videos. That's true. There's lots of time to do career videos. I can do one on Ferraro.
That means you don't like baseball, dude. That's really nice of him to tell you.
Why? Because it takes too long?
I've
said that about hockey games.
I don't think if
I've said that about hockey games.
How would you know?
I've had hockey games that I'm like, holy crap, this is taking forever.
And this whole time you thought you liked it.
Football games. I've had football games that I thought were taking forever.
Dunkin' Donuts or country style?
Dunkin' Donuts.
I've never heard of country style. Dunkin' Donuts was gross.
They're not Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme is better than Dunkin'.
It was not good.
Krispy Kreme is excellent.
The ladies at Dunkin' Donuts were
If somebody
really
wants
nice.
to go to Zero Avenue and throw us some Krispy Kreme, that'd be awesome. Just go to Zero Avenue, just throw it across. Just make sure you give one to the border guard that's watching the border, and then throw the rest across to us. Just show them the box and go, look, it's just Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm just throwing it across. You go, oh, that's the hockey guy. It's fine. Just throw it across the border. It's fine.
Why do Canadians pay more money for food than other Western countries? Food was overpriced when I lived in Toronto and Vancouver. Having used to cross the border and get groceries all the time, if you take into account the exchange rate, most of the foods, very similar. It evens out now. There are some things that cost more here, like dairy, but there was a lot of stuff that's way cheaper here than in the States. So I'm not sure where you're getting the idea that it's overpriced here, and across Canada, things are not priced the same. No. If you're up north, it's way overpriced and ridiculous. But,
yeah, I wouldn't want to live up north.
When the borders open, I get a lot of groceries in the States just because they have different food, and the price is quite equivalent depending on the exchange rate. Have you done a Rick Nash career video?
I thought I did a Rick Nash career video when he retired. I'm pretty sure I did one when he retired.
Meat, dairy, poultry, veggies. No, produce is way cheaper in Canada.
Depending on what
peanut
part
butter
of the country
is a lot cheaper here. Honey is near impossible to find in the States. Honey's way cheaper. Yeah, phones. Cell phones are way more expensive in Canada.
Cell phones are ridiculous.
But there's a lot of food that's cheaper in Canada. Just not dairy and meat.
So top of the second, man on first. Are you excited, Yvonne?
What is this open border that you speak of? I know.
Yeah, it won't be open for a while, sadly. Although there's some hope, I guess, on the horizon. They may loosen restrictions a little bit, do away with the 14-day quarantine, but they haven't announced what the plan is for that. But again, that's just in the planning stages.
Do you think Carey Price can carry Montreal to a cup?
Yes, but he needs a better team in front of him. No goaltender does it all by himself. You still need a pretty good team in front of you, but he is good enough to win a Stanley Cup.
Over-under on Bjorkstrand reaching 30 goals?
About 50-50. It's a matter of being healthy enough. And, he's a lock for 20. If he can stay healthy and if he's on the right line, he should hit 30.
What do you think of a parcel catapult? I'm thinking I could really make my millions if I created a parcel catapult. I know. I think they really need to do. And it's been, 7 months now? And so I'm really surprised that nobody's done this. And I don't remember if I talked to Mom about it or not. So you know how they have all the mail places right across the border? And they have them here too. And they work together. Why aren't any of them driving things across the border? Because businesses can cross the border.
That's right.
So when we had first heard about one of the companies doing it in Sumas, we could
dress up our van as a mail van.
Right. I thought that you were able to pay to have stuff driven across the border in Sumas by truck. No, they just mail it. You know how it gets across the border, though? When you mail it, they drive it across. So why aren't there companies that are doing that for people? Like, it makes sense to me, and I don't understand why nobody's doing that and why you have to do it through the mail. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, what do you think of the Oilers' off-season moves?
Both teams in Alberta, I think, have improved themselves. I think Edmonton's pretty solid. Bringing back Puljujarvi's the best move. In order to either bring him into the lineup and get better or bring him into the lineup and increase his trade value, if they end up deciding to trade him later, he has to be playing in North America for this whole thing to end one way or the other. Either he's happy and he's an Oiler or he ends up getting moved.
Everything's expensive in Canada. Nope.
Not exactly.
That's not true.
A lot of things are, but not everything.
There are things that cost more, but on average, Canadians make more money than Americans as well.
True.
So.
True.
Yeah.
I gave her a raise of 10% just the other day. She was all excited.
Does hiring Laviolette extend the Caps playoff window?
That's the plan. Bringing in Laviolette means there's no desire to go into a rebuild. But when you've still got Backstrom, when you've still got Ovechkin, when you've still got Karlsson, you shouldn't be going into a rebuild anyways.
My folks in Washington, I can build an El Chapo tunnel to your house. Yes.
That sounds great.
Can totally do that. Just go right under Zero Avenue.
Yeah.
It's okay. You just have to watch for the four-wheeling border guards.
Or, there's absolutely nobody watching the Mexican-Canadian border.
Yvonne better do more than she's doing to earn that 10% raise. I mean, what I'm doing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you got to do more. Uh-huh.
In my spare time.
You know what that means?
I don't. I really don't.
I know what that means. Get more
How
cats.
How about you explain that to me? Because pretty sure.
Got to get more cats. That's what we're all talking about.
No. Okay.
I just want a little white floof. They're not going to get mad at a little white floof.
I know. No,
and they stay that floof size.
They don't.
Just that little white floof.
They don't. They turn into huge.
And then I could do videos with it sitting right on my shoulder.
And then it'll be 30 pounds. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this cat.
I'll just get a little floof. It'll sit right on my shoulder.
It's not. Yeah. How'd that work with the shadow? Okay.
Shadow's
Is Paul Maurice on the hot seat if the Jets don't make a deep playoff run next year?
I don't know about a deep playoff run, but he has to do well. The Jets have to do well with the addition of Stastny, and whatever moves they make from here, the pressure is definitely going to be on Maurice.
There are many tunnels between the U.S. and Canada from Prohibition that we could use to sneak stuff through. Perfect. Do they go through the blueberry field? I know. I don't think they're here through the fields. Right. They'd fill them with water here.
Yes.
You'd
the
have
aquifers are usually pretty close.
The water table is pretty high, so I don't think that would work very well. Are the kidlets home? Where would they go?
Everybody.
They have nowhere.
Everybody's always home
to go.
Oh, there you go. He's bathing himself because he knows he's on camera.
Did you guys vote this year? Yes. Yvonne wants to do baseball videos to earn that 10%. I don't think people would enjoy those baseball videos. I think people would be pretty irritated. The comment section would not be kind. Did you just say bathing? Did you?
Yeah, he's bathing himself. Because that's what he does. He's a pretty
What's
kitty.
With the Dallas sweater?
Well, I pick a jersey.
He figured it was better than being topless.
I pick a jersey before the video. I'm like, well, I was just wearing Calgary, so I'm not going to wear Calgary. I've been wearing Vancouver a lot lately. Might as well wear Dallas. That's the extent of that.
Cat is very cat. I rate cat 10. Unless you're on that cooking show, that Zumba 4.
Oh, Zumbas, they're so brutal with their rankings. This is perfect. 7 out of 10. I don't think that's what perfect is.
Yvonne's shirt's fantastic. Thanks. I made it yesterday. It's actually a Day of the Dead shirt, but it's
not the George A. Romero movie. That's not what she means.
What movie?
Day of the Dead. It's a horror movie by George A. Romero.
Oh, okay.
You have Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead. And then Land of the Dead is part 4. I should watch Land of the Dead with you. Yeah, that's what we should watch.
Which team will win the Stanley Cup next?
I think my bet is on Colorado. I know I'm not alone on that, but I wouldn't rule out Vegas. I've got a power rankings board I've updated and changed around some teams, and I went, well, that's going to make people angry. So that means I know I probably got it right. But I do think Colorado has the best chance.
Oh, no, I'm not wearing Jack today. I wore Jack yesterday. I have lots of Jack. I wore a Jack mask this morning. Not today.
Okay, 1.5 innings are done. 1.5 innings are done. It's 1-0 for the Dodgers. On a solo
my mom
home run
has
by
to go
Turner.
take her dog for a walk.
Bye, Mom.
All right, have fun with the puppy.
I hope we see you soon.
It's gonna be forever
Soon.
still. So
I'm working on it. I'm
forever.
gonna make some phone calls.
Yeah, there you go. Just call Justin up.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Hey, sup? So I'm going to be crossing the border. I need a waiver. Thank you very much.
Do you think the Leafs are done with their off-season moves?
Likely, yes, unless they're going to make a trade. I would think free agency is done. I wouldn't rule out Dubas making a deal if he feels like it'll improve the team, but I think they're pretty happy with what they've done.
Have you seen Jonathan Bergman lighting it up in SHL? Could be a big player for the Red Wings in the next year or two.
There are a lot of players who are doing quite well in Europe right now. Berggren is one of them. I mentioned in the video, the news of the day today, about Lundell, as well as about Kravtsov. I really think that with the delayed start to the season, there could be some surprise rookies this year in the NHL. In Detroit, they've got roster space.
Us arm wrestling would not be entertaining. Shannon
That'd be
is
quick.
Way stronger than me.
That'd be over quickly.
I am not very strong.
It'd actually be pretty funny.
I'm stronger than the boys, but
I think Adelaide's stronger than the boys.
I know, right? It's kind of funny. The 15-year-old, he thinks it's really funny to try and pick me up now, and I had to show him that I can dead weight and that I elbow him in the collarbone, but I can pick him up. But he was like, "Whoa!" Because he's way taller than me.
Yeah.
So I'm not super duper weak, but I'm not very strong.
Not stronger than me.
No.
That's a dad strength thing, though. I was never as strong as my dad. That's a dad strength thing. And my dad hadn't been in a gym in decades, and yet he was always stronger than me. I couldn't figure it out. But I think it's a dad strength thing.
I have dad strength? Nice.
Well, it's a
my dad
parent
guns.
thing. I mean, it just means that if you went back 400 years, they could just knock us all around.
Because I actually do stuff. And
every generation is weaker than the one that came before it. That's in the Constitution, isn't it? Every generation's weaker than the one that came before it. I think we're bound to that. That's in our Constitution, right?
Okay.
Or no, our constellation.
Have you
it's in our
seen
constellation.
the red fourth jersey concept for the Capitals with the W Eagle as the main logo? Yes. Adam really likes it. It's his favorite. He's super excited. I don't think he's on this stream though.
No, the W Eagle is the other one. You're thinking of the
other
Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, that was funny.
Now the rumor is it's probably going to be the Screaming Eagle that comes back, but in red. So
can you put your kids on the stream? Not this one.
I'm not calling them down
here. Adelaide frequently sneaks in.
If Adelaide knows she's going to be in the background, she'll find excuses to be in her room, and then she'll
I just need to get something.
I just needed to.
And then people start talking to her, and then we can't get her to leave.
And then she'll put a hockey jersey on for some random reason.
It's weird. I don't know why she would wear it.
Where'd she get that idea?
I don't know. Well, who's playing today? I'll go put that jersey on.
Yeah. And then who's winning? And based on who's winning, that's which jersey she wants to wear.
She needs. Because for some reason, our children have a bunch of jerseys too.
Isn't that strange?
So weird.
It's so bizarre.
I don't know. Are all the kids Canuck fans? Nope.
Absolutely not.
Malachi only likes the Knights.
She can't stand the Canucks. She boos them out loud when we're in Vancouver games.
That's not true. Everybody else likes the Canucks except for Malachi. He only likes the Knights. That's it. He only likes them.
And they're talking about Fernando Valenzuela. It just makes me feel so old. I remember Fernando Valenzuela because I'm that old.
What's your second favorite sport?
NFL football.
He's
it's wrong. Not her favorite.
He's wrong. That's not his favorite.
I'm not wrong. My second favorite would be.
Favorite. He's wrong.
No, it would be the NHL and then the NFL.
No, he's wrong.
It's not wrong.
You need somebody to tell you what your favorite is, and it's not football.
That's what the comment section is for. You are my wife. Comment section tells me what my favorites are or aren't.
Right.
Well, really, you hate this team. I don't. Yeah, you do. Oh, God.
You truly don't know anything about this sport if you say that's your favorite.
Here I was thinking I knew what I liked, but I don't. See, where are they when you're trying to get me to eat Brussels sprouts? I like Brussels sprouts. Yes, you do. Oh, I guess I do. Guess that's not true.
Okay. Is there any truth to the idea of the Blues moving out of the Western Conference the 2021 season?
No. The only move that's happening is that with Seattle coming in, Arizona moves to the Central Division, and then that was just a matter of Vegas had a lot more sway with the NHL than Arizona did. They were not going to. Vegas basically said, "Yeah, we're not moving out of the Pacific," and the NHL went, "Oh, okay," and they moved to Arizona instead.
Your top 15 favorites were wrong. Yeah, that all the time.
I can't wait till I start doing my favorite players.
That's Bear. Shadow's there. Pixel's there.
Pick him up again because I picked him up.
Lilybell,
once,
I think, is upstairs still.
I think he figures it was a mistake that I put him down. See, this is the problem with carrying a cat around when it's a baby. See, you get this little kitten, it's the size of your hand, and you can carry it around. And then when it gets this big, it thinks you can still do that.
Pretty sure this is my mode of transportation.
Yeah. This is what happens when you get a little tiny black kitten and you carry it around. Like, look, this is cute. I can carry it all over the house. It decides when it's this big that's its life now.
Favorite fast food restaurant?
I'd say Triple O's, but it's so full of calories.
You know, I stopped eating Triple O's.
I can't eat Triple O's.
The nutrition information is scary.
Yep.
A&W is really good. I do really like
A&W is fantastic.
I also really like
and they've got the little burgers that are pretty good too.
Yeah, for burgers, probably A&W, but I do really like Pita Pit as well. And then we have local places that I don't know if they're really considered fast food.
Did you see Subway's bread isn't considered bread?
What?
In parts of Europe? Yeah, there's too much sugar content in it. It's not considered to be bread. So I think it was that they got in trouble for advertising themselves as healthy in any way.
Right.
They're like, yeah, no, you're not. So they had to admit, well, it's not really bread.
That's weird. Are you gonna watch the new Borat movie?
Yes, I will. I don't think
won't.
Yvonne has any interest.
I didn't get through.
She doesn't like the gotcha shows. She doesn't like gotcha shows.
I don't like shows that are meant to make fun of people and mock people. I mean, I get the point.
He's mocking himself, though.
I know. I get the point.
It's a caricature.
I know. I understand that. I just don't like it. I'm not. No, I don't like that kind of show. It's not humorous or anything like that to me. Not my kind of thing. Do you think the Panthers will relocate anytime soon?
No, they have a sweetheart lease in Sunrise, and as long as they have that lease, they're not going anywhere.
Borat isn't funny. How much did I get through?
About half.
I didn't find it funny. Is there a fast food place that does gluten-free food? A lot of places.
In Canada, almost all of them do. But in the States, it's harder to find.
And like all places have vegetarian.
Yes.
Because we have a lot of vegetarians.
Varying quality with the vegetarian, though.
Right. That's true. But most places have a lot of vegetarian just because we have a lot of communities that are vegetarian. But yeah, most places have options for gluten-free. So, yeah. Do you think the acquisition of Corey Crawford hold on, trying to
for the Devils?
Okay. The acquisition of Corey Crawford for New Jersey?
Yep.
Do they have one of the best goalie tandems in the league?
It depends on Crawford staying healthy. If Crawford can stay healthy and if he's a good mentor for Blackwood, they'll have one of the probably top 15. That's one of those rating things I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks because everybody rages about it when I do the rankings. So it's fun to do rankings like that because everybody rages, even though it's just flat, just opinion.
You know what has gluten-free? Live octopus. That video is Shadow because he showed me that video forever ago and it's moving on the plate. No. I don't eat things that are wiggling.
Don't they grow their arms back?
Not when you chop them all off.
Yeah, they're like worms. They just grow them all back.
If you chop them all
they
off.
just grow them all back. Humans can do that too now, though. ever since Iron Man. We've had that technology. Tony came up with it in Iron Man, so we've had it ever since then.
You have a lot of farmers markets in Canada.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't know about the whole country, but there certainly are here.
Yeah.
But
there was even a big stink about the one in Abbotsford this year.
Yeah.
Where I had to help
we live in a huge farming community.
I had to help one of the people that was organizing the farmers market because she was having problems with somebody trolling it.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I don't know what to do with the troll, and I'm like, oh, I can help you with the troll. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we helped her out with that.
Yeah, we live in a big farming area, so most definitely. What is the holdup with the Avs signing Taves after trading for him?
Well, I don't know if there's necessarily much of in the way of a holdup. I don't think there's a lot of pressure to get guys signed right now. I think if you can do it, great. If you can't, it's not really a huge deal because we're not even talking about training camp until mid-December in all likelihood for Colorado.
Starfish grow their arms back, not octopus.
Did you know?
I do still remember that
did you know
because it was wiggling around.
Octopus and starfish are from the same family. So what happens is back in 1864, there was giant starfish that when you cut, if you cut their arms in half, you get an octopus. So you try this the next time you're down at the beach. You find a starfish. You can turn a starfish into an octopus. Did you know that? Did you know you can turn one into the other?
No, I'm feeling dumber by listening. So
she just doesn't like listening to science.
Listen, bribe money to make you all change your stance on this anti-Borat slander.
I like Borat.
It's not funny.
I like Borat. I think it's funny.
Not funny.
The whole Pamela Anderson thing I thought was funny at the time, but I knew Yvonne wouldn't find images of her being kidnapped funny.
No.
I thought it was funny. He tries putting her in a sack, like a potato sack. Well, everybody around goes nuts because the only people that were in on the joke were Pamela herself and Sacha Baron Cohen. So her security people went insane. He almost it was crazy because he was like, I'm just going to kidnap her. And it was funny, I thought. But Yvonne would not find that funny.
No.
But I think Ash versus Evil Dead is hilarious. And Yvonne would not find that so funny.
My sense of humor at all. No. Oh, it is getting to lag time. It's getting to that time in the stream where it'll probably cut out.
Uh-oh.
So, just to warn you.
Uh-oh.
Please don't spam F in the chats because it's obnoxious.
Hi, Kitty. See, he's quite happy. He'd be happy for me to just carry him around like this. What does the
final picture in The Shining mean?
It means that Jack Torrance was always there. And that the hotel itself exists outside of time and space, and all of time and space kind of collides in the hotel. The ghosts were real, and Jack was with the ghosts at the end of that movie. He becomes one of the ghosts in the Overlook.
Ash versus Evil Dead is fantastic.
It is one of the funniest shows I've ever watched. Yvonne would not find it funny. There's no chance.
Did you like the movie Tusk? What's that one?
I don't think I've seen Tusk.
I know I've heard of it.
I don't think I've seen it.
What are the chances that Colorado will win the President's Cup next season?
Hopefully not very good since I'm picking them to win the Stanley Cup. So if they end up finishing first, I guess that goes out the window. But I think they're going to be one of the top 3 or top 4 teams in the league. As long as guys stay healthy this year.
This is Shadow. Shadow. There. Pixels down there on her cardboard.
And Shadow will just stay here. He doesn't have any intention of moving.
Where do you think Hoffman signs?
I got a feeling Hoffman ends up in Boston. Boston still has the cap space. I think once Hoffman's gone over different teams that are offering him money, I think he ends up in Boston.
I have an interview with Amazon Web Services this Friday. Interview coach recommended using an HD camera instead of the built-in webcam. Any recommendation? Built-in web cameras are terrible. Good luck finding
Logitech.
a good camera right now, though.
Logitech, and they are hard to find right now. I had to actually go through eBay this time rather than Amazon because my camera was not available on Amazon right now. But they've got the Logitech, I want to say 720. There's a Logitech, 920. Logitech 920. Because boiling.
Oh, it's so cold.
But the Logitech 920 is a good camera. If you can find the 930, great. I couldn't find it for less than like $150. The Logitech 920, and this is Canadian. Last time I looked was $90.
Would you ever do a 5K race? Shannon runs more than 5K.
I run 5 miles a day on the treadmill, which is all about 10K.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, no problem there.
I did it was a 5K race I did with Terry Fox a year ago.
Fox was 5.
I wouldn't have a problem doing 10 now.
Yeah. That wasn't very well organized, though. That was weird.
Oh, that was terrible last year.
The new iMac comes with good camera. Most laptops come with crap cameras.
Yeah, this laptop I use here has a crap camera. The one I have coming soon, though, that one's supposed to have a decent camera, but I'm going to use a 1030. I have a 1030 for the entertainment guy should have its own set pretty darn quick, and its own, which means I have a computer and a webcam and everything for that too.
Have any of the kids from the Broncos made it to the NHL yet?
Not that I know of. I don't think so. Solo home run for Corey Seager. What's with all the solo home runs this year? What is with all the solo home runs this year? It's like you only get a run now with a home run.
Will Ty Smith make a big impact in New Jersey this year?
They're hoping he does. I think he can. There's definitely room on the blue line for him. If he does, who knows what that does to Subban's status with the New Jersey Devils? Because I think Subban is a player that may find himself on the move again if New Jersey needs to make room on the blue line.
Bears in shadow spot. She is. She usually is in the upper spot.
Yep.
It's true.
Well, where's he? Did he leave?
He might have went to get food or go bother Lily Bell because we're busy.
Asleep, so he was able to get past the sheriff.
She's the hall monitor.
Yeah, she growls and snarls at each cat that goes by, and I have to tell her off. I got to the point last night where I had to actually chase her out and pick her up and put her right back here. So then after that, for the next hour, every time Shadow or Bear would walk by, she'd just look at me like, I know. They're walking by, and I can't hiss at them. I know, fine. But she wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, he went and got food. She saw him. They're like kids. It really is. Sometimes they're like a bunch of toddlers. Seriously, you guys, knock it off.
And then last night they wake me up. They wake me up because Bear's trying to lay on top of me, but he's laying on top of me. So he's hissing at her and growling at her. Well, she's trying. I'm like, what in the hell?
My human.
They just knock it off. And then finally he just left, and then she laid right up against my face. I'm like, I'm not going to get any sleep.
Bear doesn't have personal space.
No.
If we're in bed, she has to be like right here, or she likes it when her nose is right in your mouth.
Yeah.
Whiskers up your nose. That's her favorite spot.
Yeah.
All the time. Would you consider visiting MSG, New York City, when the world opens up again? Not a Rangers fan, but the Garden is an unreal experience.
Yes.
That is
absolutely
one of those places that we've wanted to go to.
Yeah, New York has to happen. New York has to happen. We have to go to Times Square. We have to get robbed. We have to have that experience. We have to be ripped off by a New York cabbie.
Yeah, that's what we've been told that. Yeah, but we were told that would happen in Vegas, and it never did. I don't know. Maybe it was their holiday.
Well, we haven't taken a Vegas cab either. I've heard they can take a roundabout route too. They know a secret way to get there.
Where are the Saints in your power rankings?
The Saints are.
Where's football? Hold on, he has to find the right board. There's too many boards. Number 10.
The Saints are 10th. Keep in mind that's going into tomorrow's game. They have a very winnable game tomorrow, though. They'll probably move up.
Hey, Shannon, have you ever watched Cannibal Holocaust, a Serbian film, or Salo?
I've watched Cannibal Holocaust. I haven't watched the other two. Cannibal Holocaust is really not a movie for Yvonne. That was a movie where they wanted to throw the director in jail. All of the actors had to prove that they weren't dead so that he didn't go to jail for murder because they thought it was a snuff film. So that was fun.
I don't recommend coming to New York City right now. Well, we can't.
We can't. We can't. We can't
Borders
cross the border.
closed.
We're even basically being told if you can just stay home, that'd be great. That'd be
Yes.
awesome.
You guys got a pretty sweet job, LOL. It's a good job. It's a lot of work, though.
Well, but I mean, again, it's a labor of
Yes,
of love. And
absolutely.
All that. Hey, kitty.
Well, we know that we're quite lucky. We're very blessed with the channel and everything. Yeah, great content. Thanks, and
children.
keep it up.
Thank you.
We do have to work all the time. It is every day, like all hours, and we have children.
And then between all the social
You
media,
will not get robbed. Just be smart. We were told.
we're smart in Vegas
watch
too.
out
We're smart in Vegas
for all the pickpockets and they'll
the
steal
fake,
your purse. And I am not
the fake
allowed
showgirls
to walk without a man by me.
The fake showgirls, you can't.
So
you can't take a picture with the fake showgirls in the background because they'll immediately demand $20 or $30 American.
That's true.
Can't.
Shadow says Serbian film is messed up. Don't watch it.
I heard Serbian film's very messed up.
What? I will follow that advice. No, you get robbed in Chicago. Yeah, we hear it's everywhere. Everybody.
There's an area in any city, really, that has to be concerned about. All right, fine. This is what this is the problem. Now he's decided
Have you ever been to Nova Scotia? Have you been to Nova Scotia?
Sadly, no. Not that I can remember. I know at some point my mother took the ferry to Newfoundland. I know I was on the ferry. I don't remember because I was a toddler and I don't generally remember things from toddlerhood.
Toddling.
So,
no.
Because I think that's how we got from Petawawa to Gander. I think it was a drive when we were moving. So.
What? I don't understand some of this conversation. I live in New York my whole life and I've never been robbed. I know it's funny though, but we do get told that every time before we go to Vegas, we get told about how we're going to get robbed, we're going to be pickpocketed.
For me,
I'm going to be
it's Homer Simpson versus New York. Homer Simpson versus New York taught me a lot about New York.
Funny.
Because The Simpsons is highly accurate. So I have to be aware of the Chuds as well. So I am perfectly aware. I've watched the movie Chud numerous times. I know what to expect and what could happen, and I'm ready for that.
You should go to a Knights game. We've been to Knights games.
We've been to two Knights games.
We were supposed to go to 3, but then there was the apocalypse.
We were supposed to go during the third week of March when everything shut down, and I was going to go to the Dallas-Vegas game for St. Patrick's Day. Wearing my Dallas jersey, don't you know? And then the world came to an end, so I couldn't do that.
Sad, but we have been in Knights games. They're pretty fun. Does Nielsen get bought out after this season?
It's possible. I don't know that there's a lot of pressure on Detroit to buy him out, though. They're not in a position where they're in any kind of cap trouble at all. So, I mean, it is possible because it's a flat cap next year, too. But I don't think there's any pressure on them to do so.
You should go to Newfoundland if you've never been.
I have family there.
Yep.
All right, so just
do you think Arizona has a risk of relocation?
The risk is there, but with Alex Mariuello, they've finally got a guy with deep pockets as the owner. So with him running the show, if they move, it'll be because Mariuello tells the NHL it's not going to work. This is the owner the NHL wanted. And if it doesn't work, then that'll be it. But I think Mariuello is the chance the NHL has to maybe make it work because he has a lot of money and he's a smart businessman.
Do you speak French? We both had to take a lot of French when we were younger. Took a lot of French. He actually does know French. He likes to pretend he doesn't know French very well, but he does.
Here's how you say, I can speak French very well.
He's going to slaughter it.
Où est la salle de bain?
Dork.
Je m'appelle toi.
What?
I said I speak French
No,
very
you
well.
don't. No, you don't.
I did.
You
That's
said
what I
my
said.
name is 3.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
You're speaking some weird Paris dialect.
No, we both speak French. We both had to take a lot of it in school. I used to speak French with my grandmother, who has since passed away, so I don't speak French like ever now, except for when doing kids' school.
Nous
Schoolwork with
sommes
the
pomme de
kiddos.
route. What are you talking about?
No,
Yes.
dork. Okay.
Nous sommes pomme de route means what are you talking
No,
about?
it does not.
It does.
Okay. Thoughts on the 2007 to 2011 Phillies?
You know, I honestly, baseball, I've never been a Phillies fan for the most part. It's sort of like Dodgers, though. I'm not really a Dodgers fan, but I'm okay with them winning it. I've honestly, I've been focused so much on the few teams that I cheer for that I don't really have an opinion one way or the other on the Phillies, and I apologize for that.
Any thoughts on Toronto's stage 2 rollbacks?
The interesting thing is, so the numbers are alarming, but from what we're hearing, at least in BC, a lot of the numbers are going up from weddings and funerals and big, huge gatherings that may not even be through a business. So they're private gatherings. I don't see any reason to roll things back if that's what it is. Now, I don't know how the Ontario situation is, but I understand public officials feel like they have to do something, but in a lot of cases, it's private gatherings, and that's why in BC they're not talking about rolling things back.
Yes, pomme is apple, pomme de route is potato.
No. You're getting no. Pomme de terre, that's something completely different. That's a haircut. So pomme de terre, see, that's when they go, oh, pomme de terre means
they
haircut.
better not be. That'd be creepy.
That's not creepy to talk about a haircut.
Shannon's a dork.
Où est la salle de bain?
Okay. Where can I buy the Leafs hat you had on a few weeks ago?
Oh, gonna have to be a lot more specific than that.
More specific.
I got a whole drawer of Leafs hats. I've got a whole drawer of them. Most of them I get through lids.
Of them you can't find anymore.
The gray one I got from a kid at a hockey game. He gave me that one. I wear that one every now and then because he gave that one to me. Yeah, a lot of them I got through lids that aren't around anymore. Fanatics has kind of wiped everybody else out. 47 brand has some. So 47 hats. Their website, they've got some really good ones. Their American ones are better than the Canadian ones, though.
They have more selection.
I've been paying a lot on shipping because the American site is a lot better than the Canadian site for 47 brand, although they have like reward points and stuff. So it's kind of good that way. But 47 hats are good for some really interesting designs.
Avoid limos in Vegas. Why would we be in a limo?
I've talked about taking a limo in Vegas. I thought that would have been great.
What would we do in a limo?
I don't know. Go from one hotel to the other.
Can walk. Would you rather have 5 MLS games in a row or delete your channel? What?
Why would I want to delete my channel?
I don't know.
What's wrong with MLS games?
I don't know.
I don't mind
Shannon's
soccer
a troll.
games.
Nah, he's just a dork.
I'm not a troll.
978 cases in Ontario today, but just 6 new deaths. Just 6?
That number goes up, though. That's always a lagging indicator. So it's always a lagging indicator between the cases and the rest of it. So, yeah.
Best material for hats? Wool.
The wool hats seem to be the best ones. I don't know if this one's not wool. This one's
polyester.
Yeah.
The Fanatic ones are the worst. They use this really thin polyester. I really don't like it. They don't wear well at all. They're really thin. The wool ones are definitely the nicest.
These ones wool?
Yeah, that's wool. The wool ones are by far the nicest.
This is obviously 47. These ones are on sale on their site, and it's so gorgeous. That's a beautiful hat right there. That's and then anybody that sees me walking just sees Co. So you don't see that says Coyotes unless you're like over top of my head. So
Do you own any game worn jerseys? They're so expensive.
kind of. I have that practice jersey that Luchuk wore in the Canucks training camp, but that's not a game worn jersey.
No,
and that's just because I bid $50 and I got it on the Canucks auction. So it was interesting.
Have you ever been to Hockey Hall of Fame?
No, that's in Toronto. The plan is to go there at some point.
Is it snowing? Nope.
No, thank God, no.
It's really, really cold and super windy.
It is chilly
though.
for this time of year. We're getting record cold for southern
really
BC
cold.
for this time of year. But it's not snowing.
No, because there's
It's
no
just chilly.
clouds, so it's super cold.
This is December weather.
Yeah. Do you think the current trend of smaller defensemen who are highly skilled in offense is here to stay, or do you think the big bruiser defenseman style will make a return?
There's going to have to be a mix. So, like, for instance, in Vancouver, Hughes is a smaller defenseman, but you have to have those big defensemen. You look at St. Louis last year and Tampa this year, and it was a big defense. So you can have that small defenseman, but you can't build an entire defense around that. Those big bruising defensemen will always have a home in the NHL.
We've had the high cases, low death ratio in Toronto for weeks now. I think it shows the average age of diagnosis being much lower than March. Here too.
That's been
the average
been the case.
age has gone way down.
The problem being young kids usually have grandparents.
Down. Yeah.
So
they spread it a lot.
My mother's in her mid-70s and she's in a high-risk group. So when people say, it just takes it old people, who cares? That's my mom. So I care because I don't want my mom to die. So I would that would be upsetting if she wasn't here. So yeah.
Why couldn't Konechny score a single goal in the playoffs?
Bad luck. I think Konechny played fine. I think Philadelphia in general had a lot of bad luck in the playoffs scoring wise. Price was fantastic as well from Montreal. I think they just had some bad luck. They have to keep doing what they're doing. I think Philadelphia is on the right track to win.
My parents are high risk, so screw those people who don't care about old people.
Right.
It's weird.
I can't get behind that.
No.
I can't phone my mom and go, well, you're old, so you're old.
Already done your duty to society by having me.
Since you're high risk, we gotta move you out of there. You gotta go.
Do you own the Nashville Mustard jersey?
Of course I do. I have the Nashville Mustard jersey. There's a video list on the channel of the jersey histories of each team. And I've got majority of the jerseys worn by teams, all the teams, minus the original 6. Obviously, with the original 6, I can't have all the old sweaters they used to wear. But in terms of jersey histories, for most of the teams that are, especially from San Jose expansion till now, I'm pretty close to having almost everything. The only Nashville I don't have is the blue one with the checkerboard, because that one's hard to find.
It is. We've been looking for years.
Yep.
Looks really windy. It is super windy here.
That's why Shadow's looking out the window.
Really windy.
Because the leaves keep blowing back and forth.
We have a small tree in our front yard, and earlier it was really windy. It looked like it was going to snap, and then I'd be really sad.
It's going to go.
So I like my tree.
Don't worry, I'll replace it with something else. Something nice.
No, I like my tree.
I'll get like some pine trees.
Some of the big trees. I don't know if I'll be able to go on a walk.
We need some pine trees
tomorrow.
Why don't we have any pine trees?
Because they don't grow naturally here. You have to plant them. They're not
so
native.
Why don't we have any?
Because it's not native.
Okay, so why don't we get one?
Why would
I'm gonna get some pine trees. How many pine trees do you want?
Why would we want a pine tree?
Because if we have 5 or 6, we could have a forest.
We have a forest.
No,
right
in our yard.
We don't need it in our yard.
And then I don't need to mow the lawn anymore.
And behind
it works
our house,
really well.
There's forest everywhere.
Okay, I'm going to order some pine trees. No. Where do you order pine trees from? Can you go through Skip the Dishes for that?
Dork.
What?
No pine trees. Anyways,
they have 7-Eleven. Why wouldn't they have pine trees?
I don't know if I can go on a walk tomorrow because I walk on the trails, and the day after windstorms, there's a bunch of trees
treadmill right here.
Down.
You got a treadmill upstairs too.
I know. I like walking outside a lot better though.
Pitter patter.
Do the Preds have the best surrounding arena area?
That's what I've heard. There's a book of the best of everything in hockey that the Hockey News brought out like 8 years ago, I think now. And they rated Nashville as the best experience. So the best experience when you consider the community around the arena. Now, that's before Vegas. I'm going to go ahead and say Vegas probably would be number 1 on that list now, but that would make Nashville number 2. It's one of the reasons why I'd love to go to Nashville and watch some games, as well as watch a Dead Deads concert while we're there.
Have you been to a Columbus Blue Jackets game?
No.
I don't think we have.
We haven't seen them in Vancouver either.
Right, that's what I was thinking. We haven't.
I think that was one of the ones I thought about. That was one of the ones I think I looked at this year.
We had a lot of tickets.
We watched a different game instead of Columbus. I'm trying to remember what we watched. I think it was Arizona I watched instead of Columbus because it was a little cheaper.
Pine trees are great, super sturdy. They're not native to here, though.
Barely an inconvenience.
Cedar.
So we get 4. Well, cedar's a kind of pine tree.
It's not.
So
no.
They're all carnivorous. So we've got
Shannon.
What?
Okay, anyways.
Are we in a carnivorous forest or not?
No, it's not a carnivorous forest. It'd be coniferous. And no, it's not a coniferous forest. As you can see.
I'm not American. I don't call it coniferous. It's carnivorous.
Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Okay, so still 2-0.
What speed do you run on your treadmill, Shannon?
Last night I got up to 5.8 miles an hour. I did 5 miles that way. And that was why the muscles kept seizing up on me a little bit when I was trying to trim toenails. So I might not want to run that fast necessarily all the time. I tend to push myself. So I'm like, all right, well, I can do it faster than that. And I pushed myself, but I was up at 5.8 miles an hour yesterday, which is probably too fast. 5.2 seems to be the perfect sweet spot. And yet I keep pushing it higher.
Shannon's done videos on where he gets his jerseys.
Yes.
Gets a large amount of them from
I've done a video recently enough on where I get my jerseys that I haven't been doing or felt the need to do another one now. Ice jerseys came back, though. Ice jerseys is under Sports Buff is the name of the site, but they're back. So I got some stuff from them that they still had on clearance from when they shut down their site. And it was the same stuff I'd been looking at previously.
Broadway in Nashville is amazing, especially if you love country music. All right. Nope, then.
I don't like country music.
I really, really, really don't.
The only country music I like is Johnny Cash because I don't consider Johnny Cash country music.
Don't. I like Patsy Cline, but only in small doses. But that's different.
Just crazy, right?
No. Triangle's fun. Tra-la-la-la. Triangle. It's fun.
You're making that up.
I am not.
You're totally making that up.
Am I gonna have to?
She's making up songs.
I'm not. I know Patsy Cline.
You don't know Patsy Cline.
I do.
Right.
Okay.
And I know Michael Bublé.
BB&T. Well, I'm gonna text Michael Bublé and tell him you said that. They went, hey, Yvonne, why are you texting me? Okay, BB&T Center pretty lively with that Panda Express. I don't know what that means. Okay, I only like bluegrass. I like Dead South.
You do like Dead South. I was going to say Dead South is bluegrass.
They're bluegrass. They're really fun.
That whole concert, I was like, this sounds like a lot like a country concert to me.
No, because it was awesome. Dead South is great. They're fun.
That concert was 7.5 hours.
The opening, are they bands? It
went on for 7.5 hours.
It was really long. They didn't start till like midnight.
That is the only concert that we've ever gone to where I finally said, okay, you're up here. You enjoy this. I'm going to go sit down.
They were fun.
By the time they came out, I was ready to leave. By the time they started, I was ready to go home.
Oh, it was so long.
And
the opening wasn't fun.
Wasn't that during hockey season too?
I don't think so. No, it was like during preseason.
Okay.
How fast is your internet, especially for YouTube? Fast. We
pay for premium internet.
We have pretty fast.
Premium, basically the business level on TELUS.
Otherwise, yeah, people commenting that it's the internet. No. Come on, guys.
It's not.
Do.
See, TSN and Sportsnet wouldn't have the rights. We wouldn't have the rights to KHL games.
Oh, we're back.
So
That took quite a while. I think
Yeah,
that's
that
the
took
latest
longer
that
than
we've
normal.
had the stream freeze,
It's not the internet.
isn't it? Yeah. Okay, guys, it's not our internet.
We watched a 1 hour
does it
live stream of the
Every single
Billie
stream.
Eilish concert. We watched. I mean, we watch Netflix all day. We watch Disney Plus, and it never times out. We don't have a problem with it.
When it's our internet, it'll actually tell us that it's
yeah, I'll
internet.
see it on my end. It'll say your internet's too slow.
Yeah. It's a YouTube thing. It's
so-
every single live stream, and it does it at least once. It does it once an hour.
Usually,
that is the latest it's cut out.
Yep. It didn't do it during the PlayStation one the other day, which is ironic because the PlayStation one it used to do every time.
Right, but it does it for all of our live streams, and I try and mention it to people, and there's still people that'll comment on it being our internet or
foul.
Anyways, Emily! Oh my gosh, Emily's on here. Hi, Emily. We haven't seen her in forever.
Emily's back. She's been back commenting on the channel for about the last week.
Oh, you didn't tell me. We've missed you. We do every once in a while. I wonder what happened to Emily.
True.
We do. There are definitely people that were like, oh, I haven't seen Emily in forever.
Like Pancakes and Hammers.
He's on every once in a while.
Yes.
I do see him every once in a while. He was on the stream the other day. Anyways, hi, Emily. That's fun. Okay. Thoughts on all the Canadian divisions in the NHL?
The Canadian division in the NHL is a necessity. In all likelihood, it's a necessity. So I think the travel could be really tricky unless they do the hub cities. If they do it where it's in all 31 locations, that's going to be tough. If it's in hub cities, it's a necessary evil.
What's the best looking PS5 sports game trailer?
I haven't been paying much attention to the PS5 stuff because I'm not intending to buy one. I don't have any intention of getting a PS5 until that price comes down. The price point is just too high for me to consider it. I know the new Gran Turismo is going to be on PlayStation 5 and it's supposed to be fantastic, but at $600, I can't. I can't. It's too much money. Can't do it.
How many mods do we have? A lot.
643,000 mods.
I've never counted, but we have a lot.
Every 10th comment gets modded. That's the rule we used to have back in the day.
No.
And you just have there. That's a mod. Nope. That's a mod. That's a mod. And there you go.
No. We're pretty careful about who we mod. Because then we give them all the power.
Ah, yes, mod power.
Yeah, and then we get emails about mods. No, we do have a lot of mods, though. Hey, guys, been needing to ask you, white authentic Adidas jersey, how would you go about washing it? You wash it inside out on either cold or the room temperature. Not hot. Don't do it on hot. For the white ones, you can always add OxyClean or baking soda to it. And then never, ever, ever put it in the dryer. That goes for all jerseys. All jerseys, never put it in the dryer. And that's it. But you can wash it in your washing machine. You can even wash them with other clothes. But just don't do it on hot. Do you think Buffalo will reach the playoffs by 2045?
Yes. I did move the Sabres up on the power rankings. They have moved up this time around.
Oh, when it cut out, somebody asked us why we don't like country music. So many reasons.
I don't like beer. I don't have a pickup truck. I don't have a dog.
It's depressing.
I haven't been dumped by my girlfriend recently. There's a lot of I don't identify with the music.
It's depressing.
And
I don't like the sound. And I don't like the twang.
My thing. That's just not my thing.
Nah. Yes, you air dry your jerseys. Just hang them up.
Yeah.
They dry really quick too. Even here where it's super duper humid, they dry really quick. Favorite American thing that makes you go WTF?
Favorite American thing that makes me go? All the flags on everything. The American flag on everything.
USA.
When there's only Americans
to remind
around.
You where you are. I never hear a Canada chant.
No.
But they chant USA all the time.
I never see random
When
Canada
it's
chants.
a bunch of Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the USA chanting, I think, would be my number one. What? Are you guys just reminding each other where you are? Or are you guys lost?
USA.
Or-
Yeah, we know. We got it. We know where we're at. Okay, all right, everybody.
It's really
Yay, raw.
weird.
Canada. Oh, I'm not allowed to. I'm being told I'm not allowed to say that.
The
Okay.
Kraken jerseys are coming out next summer.
Next summer.
If you had to buy one Blue Jacket jersey, who would it be?
Well, I have a Foligno. If I had to buy one Blue Jackets jersey, Gerby. I have a Gerby in Buffalo. I don't have a Gerby in Columbus.
Do you
I'd
like
go with
hush
Gerby.
puppies? No, they're gross.
Not if we can avoid them.
Blech. No, not good. Oh, there's Lars linking videos.
Thanks, Lars. Oh, yeah, the THG website, thgyt.com, thgyt.ca. I need to do another blog pretty quick here, too, because I've got the blog site.
Slacker.
Yeah, I know. I've been slacking a lot. Oh, the Mahjong game wants me to play it. That's nice. Every now and then it reminds me, I'm still on here.
Thoughts on classical music like Mozart and Beethoven?
I
I don't mind
it.
it. Yeah, I actually have quite a few classical music.
I remember my
CDs.
grandfather used to
Don't
listen to
mind it.
classical music all the time, and I tried to get him to listen to John Williams, like the Star Wars stuff, and he just hated it. This modern day classical music's terrible, and I'm like, Grandpa, it's still classical music. Why
Oh,
do you-"
Third Eye Open. It's classical Tool. It's great.
What?
Yeah, Third Eye Opened. It's classical Tool. It's all in string instruments.
What are you talking about?
I have the CD.
Are
Don't
you having
worry.
some kind of a
No, it's great.
Apocalyptica? They have the cellos. They do like the cello music.
Yeah.
Apocalyptica. I'm telling you, at some point in time, I want to go to a concert where Apocalyptica and Rammstein do Mein Herz Brent on a stage together. I have to see that live. I have to see that live in my lifetime. That has to be a thing because that looks fantastic and sounds amazing.
I am definitely not drunk. Thank you, though.
Why would you be drunk?
I have no idea.
I've been
I
with this
would have
woman
to
4
drink
years.
Alcohol for that.
4 years. I think I've seen you drunk twice.
I don't have
And not
to
never
drink
in
very
this
much.
house. Never in this
No.
house. There was the one night in
No.
Vegas we got kind of tipsy
Yeah.
because our hotel was really kind of close.
And I hadn't drank in forever.
Right. And we weren't buying the drinks. The
Right.
DJ was buying the drinks
Right.
for us.
Yeah.
And so we had a couple and
Yeah.
then we had to walk
Yeah.
back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Was that when we were in the area?
Yeah.
And we had to walk back to the area from New York, New York.
Yeah.
That was tricky because there were all the flashing lights too that were all pretty.
Yeah. Drink of choice when it comes to alcohol. Since I don't drink sugar, I usually have a cranberry vodka. Because I don't.
For me, it's just cider.
Because all the other drinks that are really good have a lot of sugar.
True.
So I don't. Yeah. Whoa, Shannon drinks very, very rarely. I got a 6-pack of cider for him at the beginning of the apocalypse, and I think we still have 4 of them. Yeah. So that's.
I've drank
how
2
often.
in 7 months. Almost 7.5 months. I've drank 2 of them.
Is it true that Yvonne DiCarlo was originally from Vancouver?
No.
I don't think she's Canadian.
No.
I'm pretty sure she's American. I do really like Yvonne DiCarlo. Yes.
If she'd been Canadian, she would have been in a lot more Canadian stuff.
That's true.
Canadian actors normally they get them all together and hey, look, they're all from Canada. Here, I'm Martin Short.
true.
Here's all the Canadians.
I do really like Yvonne DiCarlo. I made myself a jacket with her on it. Yeah.
And whoever pushed around Rick Moranis, they're starting to fight with Canada. I'm just saying right now,
Right?
that'll enrage all of Canada. Rick
True.
Moranis is a national treasure.
True.
You don't mess with Rick Moranis. Deadpool is going to have a say about that.
True. Miley Cyrus is supposed to put out a metal album. I think they'll be cover songs. Yeah,
Well,
they were talking
she's-
about that on the radio. She was covering
She's doing Fleetwood
like,
Mac
Metallica.
stuff now, so
It might not
she can
be
do it.
horrible, as
She
long
can
as she
do it.
doesn't country it.
Her voice can kind of go all over the place at times.
Yeah.
She needs to have some more control with that, but Miley can do it.
Did you watch the Harry Potter series? Our boys love Harry Potter. Well, no,
Strike
I
it.
shouldn't say boys, because Adelaide really likes Harry Potter as well. The
I don't like
kids-
Harry Potter.
The
Never
kids
have.
love Harry Potter. I really like the books.
I fell asleep watching Harry Potter.
So
I've never been able to get into any of it. Apparently, David Tennant's in it. Good for him. The main girl is named Hermione, which is a weird, bizarre name. You have Harry. You have Bilbo, I think, is the other guy. The redheaded guy is Bilbo. And then
Ron.
Hermione. Ron, that's so pedestrian. And then the girl's name's Hermione.
It is not.
You have Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I
don't listen to him.
I don't know where to go with that.
Wikipedia says Yvonne DiCarlo was born in Vancouver. I didn't know that. That's
I didn't know
awesome.
that either.
When do you think the Rangers can win the cup?
I'll say not this year, but the Rangers can be in serious contention in 2022. 2 years, not this season, but next season they can be in contention. They're going to need a lot of their kids to step up, but I think they can be in contention.
Shannon, we don't care. Harry Potter is fantastic. Yeah. Uh-huh. I like Harry Potter too. The books were amazing, and I read them way back when they came out where we had to wait till the next book. I've been getting Malachi the illustrated ones. He doesn't really like to read, but he really likes Harry Potter. So I got him he has 3 of them. They're so expensive, so kind of break that up. But
it's sort of like Twilight, just with wizards instead of vampires.
I've never read nor have I watched Twilight, so I don't know.
Oh, I can read you Twilight. I'll read you Twilight.
That might make me like it.
I wasn't allowed to read Twilight in the past.
I might like you reading me Twilight.
I was told not to read Twilight because I tend to, and I would love to do a dramatic reading of Twilight on the Entertainment Guy. I guarantee people would love it, but it's copyright material, so can't be doing that. Otherwise, I would have done it already more than I did one video once where I was reading Twilight.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
I watched season 8 of Game of Thrones just because I knew it was going to make people rage. Final seasons are never good. They never make fans happy because they're trying to wrap everything up. And I laughed all the way through it because I was like, people are going to hate this.
I watched, I think, the whole first season.
I watched parts of the first season.
I had so many people tell me how good it was and how much they liked it. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I really didn't like the first episode. I was like, no, okay, people are telling me this is really good. And it's weird because I love the actors and actresses. I love the cast. Really didn't like it. So I stopped at season 1.
Like Peter Dinklage is one of the best actors.
I did not like it. It was much too violent.
Maisie Williams,
naked people and sex just in the scene having nothing to do with the storyline was just weird.
There's a lot of bizarreness.
And I don't mind seeing boobs, but it was just boobs so they could be there. It was silly. I didn't like it. Not my thing. Favorite decade of hockey you've ever watched?
Favorite decade? The 2000s, because we had the lockout wiped out season in the middle, and then they fixed the game of hockey after that. We went from the dead puck era to, hey, look, they're scoring goals again. They fixed a lot of the rules that were a problem in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I thought that it was finally a time where the NHL and the union could start to see eye to eye a little bit better on things. We finally got our salary cap, and I thought the league improved during that decade. The best overall decade for hockey, I thought, was the 80s, but I was a kid, so I take that with a grain of salt.
Have you seen the Netflix show Dark?
I was meaning to watch that one, but then we always end up getting caught watching the cooking shows because you don't have to pay attention to what really happened in the last episode. It's just every episode's a show in and of itself.
They're not all depressing.
And so I mean, it's sort of fun watching. It's like we're getting all caught up on The Bad Place. We're finally into season 4.
Some shows are kind of hard to watch right now. The Whole World's kind of...
Dear Lord. Rosa Reina hits another
British
home run.
baking show is extremely entertaining. I want to watch that show so bad, but I can't find how I can watch all the seasons. Have you figured out how we can watch them? They have like season 7, I think, on CBC. But I can't find all of the seasons. I love the Canadian baking show, so I really want to watch the British one, and the British one has a lot more seasons. I really want to watch that show.
He hits home run and he does a spin when he comes across that plate.
Rank a Canadian division from first to last.
Oh, geez. Based on the changes made in the offseason, I would say Calgary number 1, Toronto number 2, Edmonton number 3, Vancouver number 4, Winnipeg number 5. Winnipeg's got to fix that blue line before I'd have them higher than that. Montreal 6 and Ottawa 7th. And that's going to be tough because I think both Winnipeg and Montreal are worthy of being playoff teams right now, but the Canadian teams are pretty stacked. So
the British Baking Show is not on Netflix. I've looked.
Not on Canadian Netflix.
The only
I think it's on American Netflix. It's not on Canadian Netflix.
A British show that Americans get and we don't?
Yep.
That's rare. What's up with that?
Yep.
We should get to watch that show.
I
we
know.
only have
But it
it's
does
either
happen.
1 or 2 seasons on CBC and that's it.
It does happen.
That's sad. I would
That's probably because it's on CBC Gem, so they want us to get the Gem
it is on American
service.
Netflix. It's not there.
Yeah. American Netflix has so much good stuff. That's why you get the VPN. You get the virtual private network, and then you watch your American Netflix.
Well, I don't want
A lot of
American
people do it.
Netflix. I would like more of the
But
British
that's when you switch it
shows.
back. You switch it back to
Because
Canadian.
there's a
when you wanna watch
lot of
Canadian Netflix.
Canadian stuff I like that is not on the
I just don't have a VPN. I
Yes.
should, though. Because from what I
Oh.
understand, ExpressVPN is the best VPN.
America came from Britain.
So did Canada. We're closer.
We're a part of the Commonwealth.
We still have the Queen on everything. So
We're still
Hey,
a part of
kitty.
the Commonwealth. And
hey, sweetie.
Canadian humor is a lot closer to British humor. We have a lot more British shows on TV and on our Netflix and because Canadians like British stuff in general. I like British stuff because their shows are funny.
True.
I don't like a lot of the American shows because they're not funny.
The IT crowd, I watched an episode of that last week and I was in tears. I was laughing so hard at it. And it comes out of nowhere because the IT crowd, a lot of it, you're like, yeah, that's okay. That's kind of funny. What was it I watched this for? And then you get to a scene, you go, holy crap, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. And I was just in tears.
What do you mean just when you thought Canada was cool? Canada's awesome. Just jealous. Have we seen Black Adder? Of course.
Yeah, I have
we
Blackadder.
have it on DVD because
Yes.
we're awesome like that. Do you guys like reality shows?
Cooking shows.
Yes. Yes, cooking shows. Do those count?
Amazing Race.
Yeah,
I like Big Brother when they don't
I
have
don't.
a cast of jerks.
I don't.
This year's All Stars was an absolute mess.
We stopped watching that.
We
was
watched Love
terrible.
Island this summer. I did videos
People
on it
are
on
horrible.
the Entertainment Guy because Love Island was fun this year. They were in Vegas, not on an island. That
I
helped.
don't really know.
But in general,
It's
she's
a
not.
bunch of awful people.
In general, she's not.
They
a
put
fan
them in
of-
situations to be awful people.
Yeah.
No.
Kitty. Thanks, kitty.
No. Survivor, no. Pass. I really don't like all the singing
Pixel, you have
ones
anything to say?
either.
Anything to say?
All those dating ones, Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Oh, those are terrible. That's why I laugh at The Good Place when they say one of
Make fun of it, yeah.
the measures of
It's
whether or not
good.
you're a bad person is whether or not you've
Mhm.
watched The Bachelorette and The Bachelor.
I really don't like those shows. But the cooking ones, like Nailed It, that was really fun.
Nailed It is amazing. Nicole's fantastic.
Yeah, the Great Canadian Baking Show.
The French version
that's probably my
version of
favorite
Nailed
one.
It is
The
actually
best.
better than the American
Yes.
version. If you don't mind reading subtitles, the French version of Nailed It's fantastic.
The French one's the best. The Great Canadian Baking Show is one of my favorites of the ones we've watched.
Yes.
The Zumbos one is pretty fun. I think we have one more
episode of
that.
Zumbo. And
That
then we're
one's
done.
pretty fun, but I don't like the lady that yells.
Oh,
And she's so loud and her voice
And
is
obnoxious.
awful. And the way they grade them is just terrible.
yeah. You did a great
That was
job. 6 out of
amazing.
10.
You get a 6.
This was a perfect job. Might even be better than mine. You get a 6 out of
Yes.
10. What?
Didn't she get like a 7?
This might taste better than mine. That's a 6. That's a 7. No. That's not how grades work. You get a C+ for doing better than the teacher. That's not how grades work.
Just for laughs. Yeah, Just for Laughs is fun.
Just for Laughs is great.
Yeah.
Just for Laughs, I used to watch that all the time with friends of mine. That was amazing. Especially my favorite bit, and I think it was the Frantics that did it, was them arguing over mishearing the lyrics to Blinded by the Light.
Oh, yeah.
The misheard lyrics to Blinded by the Light. I laughed really so funny. Hard all the way through that one. Because again, Blinded by the Light, I used to have arguments with friends of mine at my old job about what the hell are they singing? It's wrapped up like a what? What are they? Why does it sound like wrapped up like a douche? What? Why does it sound like that? And so really we would have this argument over what are they actually saying. So when we saw the Frantics doing that, it was just great.
That one was fun.
They're the same ones if you're Canadian, you know them as the guys who did Boot to the Head. They were 4 on the floor. So they did the Boot to the Head, which was one of my favorite.
Oh, somebody else likes Nailed It and Zumbos. Yeah, those
Nailed
are fun.
It's fantastic.
See, those are the kind of shows we like to watch right before bed because you don't have to think too much and they're not all depressing and they're just fun.
And we're out of episodes of Lucifer.
Have you guys watched Desperate Housewives? Nope.
Desperate Housewives was okay in the beginning, but then for me it kind of went off the rails.
Episode.
I mean, I watched it because Terry Hatcher was on it, and of course I love Terry Hatcher, so why not? But it went off the rails for me.
Yeah, funny. Yep, I've never. Nope.
Kids
in the Hall. I do like Kids in the Hall. They're
Kids
great.
in the Hall was fantastic, but because of the censorship that exists now, where certain words get bleeped, some of their stuff doesn't make sense now. So you'd watch it and go, wait, what did they say there? And so some of the jokes would fall flat because words that are or aren't allowed have changed over the last 25 years.
King of the Hill and American Dad, those are both horrible, horrible shows.
I love King of the Hill.
No.
King of the Hill, to this day, which talks about propane, I say propane and propane accessories. I love King of the Hill. Did not like American Dad, though.
That was awful. Nope.
Didn't like American Dad.
Don't like either one. American Dad's.
But South Park, I still love South Park. And every now and then I'll watch a new episode of South Park, and they're still pretty spot on. They're still pretty good. They have some duds in there because they've been on air forever, but they're still pretty good.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't like those shows at all. Family Guy is horrible, horrible, horrible. And so before South Park came out with the episode making fun of him, I told Shannon the exact same thing that they said in their joke, that it doesn't even make sense. And they just do all those flashes and they just have to it's all flashbacks. Name drop is stupid and it'll have absolutely nothing to do with the storyline. I've seen measurements too that
as the story as it's gone along, as each season's gone along, they do more and more of those flashbacks.
It's dumb.
And there's less and less coherence to each episode. Funny. But I have a theory that Seth MacFarlane is trying to get the show taken off the air. That he doesn't care anymore, and he stopped caring years ago. So now he's just throwing crap at the screen because he doesn't care.
It's not funny. It doesn't make sense.
I think he's trying to. Sometimes there's jokes. There's jokes on there that I'm like, that's really offensive. How did that get through? And the only thing I can think is he's trying to get them to cancel the show, and they won't do it. That's the only theory I have, because the episodes I've tried to get you to watch with me, which are Stewie and Brian episodes, they are fantastic. The episodes of just Stewie and Brian are really, really good. But then you get the other episodes, like the one with I have to watch the one with you with the Star Trek Next Generation crew. Because with the cast of Star Trek Next Generation arguing with Stewie over getting ice cream, there's nothing funnier. It is absolutely hilarious.
I don't like Family Guy. The
You'd like that episode.
They're so not funny, and they have nothing to do with the storyline. And it's just dumb. And AW, does it have like a bow? Do you mean the and symbol? Because A and W. Yeah? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. Cutaways are awesome. They're not, though. Have you seen The Boys on Amazon Prime?
I watched season 1. I'm going to watch season 2. Because I understand.
Have you watched any of that one? I haven't, have I?
You watched the first episode.
Watched like one episode of
the girlfriend gets blown up because the fast guy runs through the girlfriend and she turns to mush while he's holding her hands.
That's right. No, didn't you have me watch like 2 or 3 episodes of that?
I think so.
They're horrible people.
It wasn't really in your wheelhouse.
A bunch of horrible people.
Well, no, he's not. The main character's not. Well, kind of not. Butcher's not a bad guy either once you understand why he's an ass. then you sort of understand, but it's getting to the point of understanding why Butcher's an ass, but he's fantastic. And the actor that plays Butcher is one of my all-time favorite actors. He's fantastic. He was great in Dredd too, but you wouldn't like that movie either. Lot of violence in Dredd. Judge Dredd, the Judge Dredd movie that he made. But he's in Lord of the Rings too. He's the leader of the Riders of Rohan.
Okay.
So he's in that. And he's Dr. McCoy in the Star Trek reboot. Fairbanks is in.
New Borat movie. We did talk about that earlier.
Yes, we haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it. She's going to let me watch it.
I let you.
She's not.
You need my permission.
She's not of the mind of watching it.
I didn't make it through the first movie. I don't find that funny nor entertaining.
It has its hits and misses. It has its hits and misses along the way.
I get the point of it, but I don't like movies and shows whose sole purpose is to make fun of people, to mock people. That I don't find that entertaining. It's just uncomfortable. I don't enjoy that.
I can enjoy that.
It's why I didn't like that the singing show. The first singing
American
show.
Idol.
American Idol, because the first episode is just making fun of people. I don't know. Pass.
William Hung made good money on that, William Hung made good money on that.
I know, but it was all just making fun of, no.
His She Bangs, he was spot on with She Bangs. He was
Dead
on
to
with
Me
that.
on Netflix is great. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one.
I did like that one.
Peter's out the second season though. It's not funny in the second season. It's just they're all kind of going downhill as characters.
No, the first season was definitely
first season was hilarious. The first season was absolutely great. And Christina Applegate is one of those women that when she swears, it's natural. It's like Jennifer Carpenter and Dexter, where the swearing comes out, and you're like, there you go. That's perfect. That's exactly how that's supposed to work. American
Idol and America's Got Talent are unbearable to watch because of the judges. Yep. Exactly. I used to watch the America's Got Talent. I'd watch like the end shows. Yeah. That's how we found Tape Face, and we went and saw him in Vegas because I saw his little things. But I don't want to watch the whole show because I don't like the judging crap, and I don't like the first episodes where they make sure they watch people that are awful. I just find it funny that Howie Mandel, who's on America's Got Talent, he's a germaphobe, and now we're all Howie. Yeah.
Now none of us are shaking hands, and we all have hand sanitizer. We're all Howie now.
Do you check your email often? I sure try. We have so many emails and messages every day. We get so many. I try and get to as many emails and messages as I possibly can, but
through the page, through Instagram, then there's Twitter, it is a lot.
It's a lot. I do try, but it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't know how else to say it. It's a lot. I try, but there's only so many hours in a day. So, yeah.
That's not the first time Zanino's lost a ball. I don't know. That's weird. He totally lost the ball. He just drops it, and he's like, I don't know where it is. And he's looking over here. The ball's over here. So the guy on first goes, all right, and he runs to second.
Have you done any videos on Artis Urbe, highest paid Jonestown chief goalie?
I did do a video on Artis Urbe. I've done a video on Archie, one of my favorite goaltenders.
Is that supposed to say dogs? Do you like dogs? I'm going to guess that's supposed to say dogs.
Of course we like dogs.
Who doesn't like dogs?
We just don't have one because we have 4 cats.
And
It'd be cruel to have a dog.
And 3 kids.
Very, very cruel to have a dog.
So happy for you guys. Went from 4,000 when I subscribed to 168. Absolutely insane 3 years. I know, right?
It has been crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot of people. It's cool, but it's a lot of people. I do feel bad that I can't get to all of the messages and everything.
That's kind of to be expected at that point, though. It is a lot.
It's so many.
It is a lot. And it's kind of 24/7, like anytime, day or night.
It's all the time because it's we've got the email address, we've got the Discords and Patreon and Facebook and Instagram, and
Twitter.
I don't even touch Twitter.
And
I have never looked at one message on Twitter.
There's a
Ever.
lot. There's a lot.
So
that's why I always have notifications turned off my phones, because it got to the point where I couldn't do a video because it was constant banging from my phone.
Yes, it's all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I try. I understand why I never got an email back. Sorry. I try. It's so much.
It is.
I do try, though. I try to at least every few days check them. I read more of them than I respond. Shannon's phone is always on silent. It has to be.
There's times where she messages me and it's an hour and a half later when I answer her.
He has to have his on silent. I remember I sent an email and Yvonne responded, cheers. Cheers. That's not something I ever say. That must have been an accident, because that is one word I would never say.
If it's cheers, it's from me.
Ever. Yeah, that would be from Shannon.
Every now and then I will do that where I'll say cheers.
Yeah. I do try and did you get your cricket yet? I really want we want to get a silhouette, not a cricket.
Yeah, we
haven't
talked
yet.
about it. I had a silhouette on my wish list and it's sold out.
Everything, yeah.
Everything right now is selling out, or the price has gone up. It's like magnet sheets. Magnet sheets have doubled in price over the last 6 months. Yeah. So now I'm having to look at importing them and getting them through some other seller rather than straight through Amazon, because they're too expensive now. And everything's gone up in price. Magnets that I make, the stickers to make the magnets have gone up in price too. It's insane.
Please tell Shannon I said, go Leafs, go. You're welcome. Cheers.
See, and I don't mind the Leafs.
Yeah.
I genuinely, at this stage in hockey, I don't have a
Shannon
hatred
is
for
the
any
sole demand of magnets. So back when they used to sell them at the dollar store, they used to sell these magnet sheets. I bought all of the magnet sheets in all of Abbotsford.
Is it time again?
And every time they would get more in, I would go to all of the dollar stores and buy all the magnet sheets. So I'm pretty sure we bought all of the magnet sheets for Abbotsford.
Yes.
And then one day they just stopped restocking them.
Which is weird, because they sold. They're in demand. You'd think they'd keep getting them. But they may not be getting produced if they get everything from China.
What would your custom jersey number be?
Probably 13.
Speaking of magnets, what does Shannon think of the Bolts cap situation?
It's really, really tough, because they've been trying to get rid of Tyler Johnson. They can't find a taker. I think they're trying to get rid of Killorn as well. Teams know they're up against the cap, and they're not apparently in the mood to help them out with it. So we'll see how that works out for them.
How often do you wash your jerseys? What do you mean, if ever? Shannon washes his jerseys quite a bit, but I don't know if you've noticed how many times he changes his clothes in a day. He changes his clothes more often than Adelaide, our 7-year-old daughter. So that's saying something. So he doesn't have to wash them a lot, but most loads of laundry have a couple jerseys in them. How do you get your cats to let you hold them?
Train them from when they're babies.
They don't all like being held either. It's part of its personality.
You'll notice Pixel didn't come back to get picked up again. Shadow does. Shadow's still at my feet right now.
Hates being picked up. So it's definitely not an all.
Shadow will follow me around. He stays at my feet. He likes to be carried, because that's how I did it with as a baby. Pixel has learned that kids will just wool her around, so she doesn't like being picked up. Bear lets me pick her up, because again, that's what I've done with her since she was a baby, but she won't let anybody else pick her up. Anybody else tries to pick her up, she runs away. And even with me, Bear has to be in a certain mood, or she runs away from me too.
Exactly how many jerseys do you have? I'm asking for specifics, so
it's
stupid
a lot.
Amounts.
There's going to be if we don't have a season this year, there's going to be a massive jersey countdown coming up this year, and I'll be able to give a more exact number, because I'm going to include the AHL and the CHL jerseys in there, just not the fashion jerseys. So like these ones wouldn't count. These technically aren't game worn jerseys, so I wouldn't be counting the cancer jerseys and the camo or all-star jerseys. So you're still not going to get exact count.
Have you been to Vancouver Island? Like
No.
ever? Yeah.
Sadly, I haven't.
That is sad.
It is sad.
It's really pretty.
That's what I've heard. It's just so far away.
When I was younger, I used to go there with my friends. Like
so
before
far
I had
away.
Kids.
That's why I prefer going to Vegas.
Because we were
right
awesome like that. We'd take the ferry.
Like Vegas, you just cross the border. You're right there. Victoria, it's like days to get there.
Oh my goodness, Shannon. Okay. What fourth jersey would you like to see for the Canucks?
I just want a green one.
Yeah.
I want a green jersey. And I think the skate would look terrible on a green jersey. I keep seeing people saying, oh, should be a skate with blue and green. I think that'd look awful. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But to me, every mock-up I've seen looks bad.
So
The flying V, I don't like that in a green and
be
blue either.
awful.
That looks really like a grad gown in black in blue and green. And it looked like a grad gown anyways. And I think just a green jersey with the orca, you have the black orca on a green jersey. I think it'd look fantastic.
Because of Shannon, I went from 2 jerseys to 50-ish.
I'm not surprised. There are people I've influenced that way. And
You're
I don't know.
welcome. When we go to meetups,
I have some pride.
we get a lot
and
of
some,
people
some
that
fear
tell us
with that
because of Shannon, they buy jerseys in not their favorite teams too, because they realize you can appreciate jerseys for jerseys.
When I met Yvonne, I didn't have every team.
Right.
I was close, but I didn't have every team. I didn't have Islanders, I didn't have Minnesota, and I didn't have Winnipeg. Or Columbus. I didn't have Columbus either, so I was missing 4 teams. I had 26 because Vegas wasn't in the league yet.
Right. There were quite a few teams you didn't have.
I think it was just those 4.
What 4 did you say? I wasn't listening.
Columbus, Islanders, Minnesota, and Winnipeg.
Okay, maybe. What do you think of the skate jersey with the orca coming out of the middle? That just sounds silly.
That'd be a busy jersey. Be one hell of a big logo.
That sounds silly.
I mean, I love the mock-up of all of the logos combined for Vancouver. I think that looks fantastic. It looks amazing. I can't see them ever doing it. It looks
terrible.
It's an exciting logo. It really is.
What video game systems do you two play in your younger days? My first game system was a Dreamcast.
Atari 2600 in my younger days.
Because it had internet.
And then I had the Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo. I did not have a Nintendo 64 initially. I had a PlayStation 2. I skipped the PlayStation 1 and the Nintendo 64 because I was too poor. I had no money.
I played the 64 when I was in the hospital. So
and then I had PlayStation 2, went to PlayStation 3. We got a Wii at that point too.
No.
And I only got a 4. I think it was 5 years ago I got the 4. Because I know it was before I met you, but it wasn't very long before I met you. I got my first PlayStation 4.
Oh, I had a GameCube when Gabriel was a baby.
Yeah, we had a GameCube as well.
I think Gabriel was a baby when I had a GameCube.
Yeah.
My first game system was the Dreamcast, though.
Because it was the GameCube internet. I used to play.
Not that you could do much on the internet.
Need for Speed Underground 2, which was my favorite game ever. Need for Speed Underground 2 is just like everything's perfect in that game. And then Need for Speed went, all right, well, here's Most Wanted instead. And we're like, no, we just wanted Underground 3. Why are you giving us this crap? Another home run. And that's a solo shot, right?
Never Xbox. We have an Xbox. That's what we use as a DVD player in our room. Do you have any jerseys from any of the Canada-Russia series?
No. Nothing from the Canada-Russia series. I've seen them on different sites. I wouldn't mind having like a 1980s style hammer and sickle. Think like the one Randall wears in the first Clerks movie. That I would love to have, but I don't have any of those jerseys from that era.
Is YouTubing Shannon's primary job, or does he have another day job? This is his life job. I don't know if you guys see the hours of when videos get posted. This is what he does all day, every day.
This is why I'm watching baseball and taking notes.
He does not have time to do
These
another
home runs
job.
would be a lot more impressive with guys on base.
I would never see him.
You don't see me now.
Don't see him much as it is.
No.
He's always... Shannon works all
And I've
day
got 2 boards set
All
for
day.
videos after this is done. If I need to do 2 more videos.
What do you want for Christmas?
I'm good. I'm serious. I'm good. I didn't really want anything last year for Christmas.
I already told Shannon what I want for Christmas. Do you
did?
remember what I said? Yeah, I did. I told Shannon what I wanted for Christmas.
I just order you whatever you want when you ask me for
Hello,
stuff.
Taylor. I want a new pair of sewing scissors. Like good sewing scissors.
Didn't I already order you that?
No. Is Sleepy Hollow the best Halloween movie?
No.
I do really like Sleepy Hollow. It's
already ordered you
great.
sewing scissors.
I watched it with...
What are you whining about sewing scissors? Yeah, I already got these ones. I already got those ones.
No, that's
wrong with
not
those?
what I'm talking about at all.
They're sewing scissors.
That's so not what I'm talking
like this? This crap?
about. No.
This crap?
No.
These? The little tin
No,
snips?
those are snips. Like actual sewing scissors.
So scissors that sew while they're cutting?
No. Okay, I will send you links then.
See, there's 9-inch ones.
Not. I will send you
dressmaker scissors. There you go. Sewing essentials kit. Is that what you're looking for?
Well, not orange ones. Kids steal orange ones. They need to look like Yvonne sewing scissors. I will send you a link later.
Mean?
Ones that don't look like the kids will steal. Maybe
so pink?
They had like mouse, yeah, or rainbow.
So this starting kit?
I don't know. I will have. Don't just no.
Okay,
Shannon,
I'm going to order you 5 different
no,
sets of scissors, and then you keep whichever ones you want, and then I'll keep the other ones for me. Soft grip bent scissors, detail thread snips, fabric scissors, like this crap here.
Well, I would have to actually look at them.
I'm showing them to you now.
Not right now.
Here.
We're talking.
See, look.
Shannon,
they're right there.
We're talking to
Which
people.
part of looking at them do you not understand?
I'd have to actually read the stuff about it because they're not all scissors are created equal.
It says right here, hey, Yvonne, buy these ones and just shut your mouth about it.
I can have Adelaide explain to you the difference between regular scissors and sewing scissors. She's getting it.
Good quality, nice and sharp. I wish the large pair were angled more. The fabric still lifts quite a bit when the blade is run along the table.
Kevin says cut it out, you two. Yeah, Kevin said so.
Why would Kevin say that? He knows how we argue. He knows it's just going to get worse.
He knows you need to stop it.
He knows it's just going to get worse.
You have to behave.
I can't behave.
Okay, anyways. It's Shannon turning it into a scissor. What? No. Anyways. Favorite sports. Number 1, NHL. Number 2, MLB. Number 3, NFL. I was in Philly when they won the Super Bowl. It was fun. Is it just me or are GMs worried about Seattle draft?
There are GMs that are worried about the Seattle draft. Not all of them. I would think that you're already thinking about who you're going to have to expose in the expansion draft. The thing is, depending on how next season goes, that could change the expansion exposure regulations and requirements. There's a good reason to be nervous for certain general managers. Some of them aren't overly worried about it.
No, my kids aren't allowed to touch my sewing scissors because they cut things like cardboard or paper, and then they aren't sharp anymore. And that's really frustrating when scissors won't cut fabric. And I need to write on them in Sharpie, touch my scissors, and I'll stab you. Then maybe they won't.
You're stabbing people with scissors?
Yeah, if you touch my sewing scissors and you cut paper or cardboard, I will stab you. So be warned.
I've done that with your sewing scissors.
No.
I have.
Shannon, how old are our kids?
Old enough to know better?
We have a 7-year-old daughter. We have a 13-year-old son. We have oh my gosh, it's almost Malakai's birthday.
He's going to be 16.
He's going to be 16.
And you can get him a car.
Hell no. He asked if he could have the van.
Oh God, no.
I just started laughing. And I told him, sweetie, you're not driving until you can pay for it. Not going to happen. That not even after that.
So that's just a no.
He's never.
That's just a flat no then.
No. And then we have another son who's 20. He'll be 21 in 2 months. He moved out a couple years ago.
Right.
Because adult.
Yep.
Do your kids play hockey? Well, not right now.
Usually,
They don't.
not this year. I mentioned that in the news video.
Not during the apocalypse.
Yeah, so we didn't put them in hockey this year, but next year, fingers crossed, they go back into hockey.
Normally they do. Our oldest at home is usually in Special Olympics hockey, and then the others.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to be donating the van because it still runs. I still need to clean it out. But yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, because she tried to find somebody to take it, but
no.
Oh Lord.
You've clearly never met our son.
Oh Lord.
If you've been to a meetup with our son, you will understand.
No, somebody easily distracted,
he can't.
And that doesn't have this sense of consequence.
No,
that's really not. No, that's he'd be doing 150 down the street.
He would just special needs kiddo. The chances of him ever driving are pretty low. So
because there's no sense of danger in anything. It's just how fast can this go? How far can I go? And
he doesn't understand cause and effect.
No, it's not
at all.
Not there.
So no,
it's not there. Nope.
Do your kids cheer for different teams than you two? Yes, they do. They all cheer for different teams too. Malachi's favorite is the Knights, and they're the only team that he likes. They're the only team that he cheers for. Yeah, he likes the Knights. Gabriel really likes the Oilers and the Hurricane. He does like the Canucks as well, but he likes the Oilers and the Hurricane. Adelaide likes all the teams.
But she loves the Leafs the most.
The Leafs are her favorite, but she likes whoever's winning. That's her favorite, is the team that's winning is her favorite. But if the Jets are playing, all of the kids will cheer for the Jets. So, yeah. But
peer pressure.
Peer pressure. That's it. They all do cheer for different teams. It's kind of funny. Would you like to see Lucic back in Boston?
No. Not at that price, and no.
We all want to be Adelaide. She's so funny, and she has her own little jersey collection. So
she does. I got her a Vancouver one.
She was so excited about that too. Yeah. I posted a picture. I don't remember if that was my Instagram.
You put it on the cat's Instagram.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I meant to, but
you put it on the cat's Instagram. But it's fine. Adelaide would be fine with being with the cats.
Of course she would. Yes.
So
she loves cats.
It wouldn't bother her in the slightest.
Yes. She was really excited about the Canucks jersey. That was one that she was really wanting. What would you like to see from a Blues 4th jersey? A white version of the old navy blue alt, or something involving more yellow and or black? We don't need more yellow.
I can't see them having black, but
there's enough yellow.
I could see an 80s throwback. So they've done everything except a throwback to the 80s style, which has the stripes and shoulders. I could see them doing something like that. That I could see them doing. Because they've done the 90s one now.
Bring back the arch.
I could see that coming back. The arch, I love the arch. I don't know that they bring that back. The arch is absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite jerseys.
I veto your petition for Shannon getting a mustache. Veto.
Oh there. No, that will not. That's a hard no from me.
He'd look like a 70s porn star.
That's no. That's just a no. I've already got the chest hair thing. That's just. And then I try to get rid of all that, and then she gets mad at me for that. So,
I don't like him shaving anywhere but his face. I don't like that. I don't know. Pass. No. Shannon used to actually have scruff, which was weird.
Yeah. I used to shave every other day.
Yeah, he shaves every day now. Mutton chops. No.
I've never had mutton chops.
No beard either. No. He'd look really old.
Yeah.
If he wanted to play Santa Claus, I guess, but he would look really old.
It's all gray.
Oh, you guys.
It's all gray. I mean, the mustache isn't all gray, but it's gray enough.
No. Mm-mm.
I guess I could do the handlebar mustache.
No, we're not.
If I want to get into pitching, I should do a handlebar mustache.
No,
Be
somebody
Goose
else said it
Gossage.
right at the same time. Hear me out. Handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, then I can be Goose Gossage. That'd
Shannon
be great.
Burgundy.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my goodness. No. Pass. Would you rather be a season ticket holder for around 20 or so years for a sport that you're more mixed on, or see the Canucks and Bruins each win the Stanley Cup in Game 7 in person?
Stanley Cup. Stanley Cup. Not even close. I would love to see a Stanley Cup win by Boston or Vancouver, preferably not against each other.
Should Buffalo try to get Patrick Kane?
I think everybody would try. I don't think he's on the market. I can't see it happening.
You need to do a career video on Jordan Stahl. Also, as someone who has Asperger's, learning how to drive was a big hurdle. Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think he can.
So our son
it.
is autism. It's not Asperger's, and he's very high on the low functioning scale, if that makes sense. So he has the speech, but he doesn't have. Yeah, he doesn't understand cause and effect. He doesn't understand emotions at all.
Right.
Not that part. Well, no, that does affect driving, I guess.
That can absolutely affect driving.
So I really don't know that he'll ever be able to drive.
I can't see it.
We live in BC, Canada.
Yes.
Do you have a cup favorite for next year?
Colorado, I think is going to be the cup favorite for next year. I think there's going to be a lot of people who pick Colorado, and there's good reason for that.
No, we're not cutting my hair.
We could, though. What do you do with your hair? We could cut it to give you a nice bob. Nice bob right about here. We could give you bangs. You have bangs right up front.
Bangs. No.
You have bangs.
Last time I had bangs, I was 11.
And you can crimp them up?
I never crimped them, but I totally, because it was.
We should totally crimp your hair.
1990.
Let's crimp your hair.
Hairspray, and you gotta hold it.
We can crimp your hair, and we can weave in some other hairs too. We can make your hair
Are the Jets still trying to trade Line?
I don't think so. I don't think they need to. I think that his agents probably want him moved for money reasons, but I don't think there's any desire for the Jets to trade Line right now. I don't think they need to. I think that's why they got Stastny, is to try to silence some of that.
Bangs are annoying. Agreed. That's why I grew mine out when I was 11.
I had them when I was a kid. It would get to the point where it'd be in my eyes, and I didn't like it. So my hair decided to fall out to make it easier on me. So that was nice of it. That was considerate.
No, I remember growing my bangs out, and it was such a huge pain because then it took forever to grow it out. And then it gets to a length, and you have to clip it back. And does Shannon have any tattoos?
No.
No.
I've never cared about something enough to get it permanently imprinted on my body, or thought that I might forget to a point where I need to permanently imprint it on my body. I'm not going to forget that she's with me, so I don't need to have her face here. So I go, hey, yep, matches up. That's my wife.
You're the right girl.
Yep. Is your name Ivan? Oh, crap.
If we spam the chat, maybe the internet will work.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Nope. Sean Avery beat me to it.
Back.
Are we?
Saying back.
Hello again.
But that being said and all, we've been on this for 2 hours and 15 minutes, minus the time that the chat goes down, because it does it once an hour.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? It did an hour from the last one. The last one was late.
Yeah.
And then
it's about an hour.
Yeah. I love
but at least it's not Twitch where they just disappear.
And when they do it a lot of times, they get put in timeout. So it's still spamming the chat and super annoying. So,
but anyways,
love you guys. Aw, we love you too, Taylor.
Yes, love Taylor.
I cut off the internet. They talked bad about Sean Avery's book. Yeah. Deserved.
That's Sean Avery, all right. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming out and for doing this on a Saturday.
Hi, Atticus.
Hi, Atticus. Once a live stream, right? Once a live stream, we have to say hi to Atticus. Anyways, thank you guys for coming out. And
see, there's some people that I told them to say hi to me at the beginning, and they never do.
The page, we have to say hi to Atticus. It's just required. the Patreon live stream, of course, on Monday. I'll let patrons know and members know when that'll be. Sometime tomorrow. I'll have to make sure that we give a time frame for that. But thanks, guys, for coming out. And
game's not over, of course.
it's only in the top of the sixth. Top of the sixth, and it's 2 hours and 15 minutes of live stream.
Stuff to do.
So yeah. Anyways, thanks, guys, for coming out. And I will talk to you again soon.